Welcome to Hurrdat Sports Live.
A little bit too much offensive rebound. They get it to Dix. Big three for the Blue Jays. Getting one up. This is Graves back in. Showing no ill effects from that hard shot that he took. Massive three for the Blue Jays. As the Huskies come up empty, so only a 4-point Connecticut lead. Graves steps back from deep. Splash! Graves has been deadly, and he's got 18.
That was going to be an alley-oop, and the ball ends up in the hands of Jemison. The left-handed layup, aggressive. Dribble the ball twice now. Once right, once left. Phylon down low to Sherrill, and he picks up the bucket.
The side. I mean, that was a juicy rebound, good opportunity. Let's see if maybe these rebounds become stories.
Score! Jack Hughes with the bullet from just inside the line. The United States strikes first.
Now Quinn Hughes, we played 3.5 minutes in overtime. Quinn Hughes shoots, he scores! He scores!
Quinn Hughes in overtime wins it, and the United States will move on and face Slovakia in the semis.
Good morning. Welcome in Hurrdat Sports Live, presented by Next Gen Male Medical. That's DB. I'm Ravi Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports Bar and Grill. What's up, DB?
How we doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm gonna get a little precip, so that's okay.
Yeah, you're a big precipitation guy.
Well, there was just like a brush fire in Nebraska City Tuesday.
We had the burn warning and the whole thing. Yeah,
and there was actually a fire close to us, and it was with my peoples in Nebraska City. So I'll take the precip.
Yeah, it's not
Hopefully
bad.
People don't drive like idiots, but I'm sure that's inevitable.
Yeah.
I mean, it gets a little wet out there on the streets, and
That thing wet?
yeah, all heck breaks loose. Outside of that, that's cool.
Just hanging in there?
Yeah. I did not sleep great.
I'm frankly stunned.
Yeah. I think Micah talks in his sleep too.
You think so?
Yeah, I was using the restroom.
Was he like mumbling?
And but then I couldn't tell because I waited like 10 minutes to like decompress.
Yeah.
But I'm sitting in the I'm in the dark and I'm listening. And I'm like, so who's he talking to? So his door was cracked, so I go back up there and I look, and I thought his phone light was on, but he wasn't really moving. So I slammed the door shut. I didn't. I just closed it hard.
What?
So he's probably like, dang.
Was for sure?
It's a good thing and it was like 1:10.
That's pretty late.
I'm like, does this dude know we don't have school? We haven't got the call yet, but we got the
I
call.
ended up getting the call, right? All the majors did, didn't they?
He caught a break.
You think was it his voice or could it have been his phone, like a TikTok or something?
I think it was him.
Okay.
I mean, I wasn't that bent out of shape.
You seem a little bent out of shape about it.
It's like, take your ass to bed.
It's 110's a little aggressive on a weeknight,
and he's a sleeper too. Like that's not his thing.
Yeah.
This is a dude that'll tell you like if he sleeps he'll grow.
Yeah.
Which is scientifically proven.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that like that's what he's like
dialed.
Oh yeah.
He
takes naps.
I have on occasion fallen asleep watching like TikToks or Instagram or something. So I thought maybe that was the case.
See, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'll watch stuff to go to bed, but
Yeah.
I won't go to bed while watching stuff.
Yeah.
I even tried to go to bed early just to shut it down.
Mm-hmm.
And no,
not at all. Not working.
No. Ended up getting back up to watch the Zags.
I would say
not very good.
What qualifies as early for you? Try to get to bed early.
It's before 10.
Oh, that is early.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm stunned.
Oh, you're stupid.
I mean, it didn't work, but
whatever.
It's a good effort.
Shane, have you seen Dead Presidents?
That movie from the 90s? Not for a long time.
Okay.
I'm going to Google it here.
I just want to know, like, have you seen it?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember the scene where D'Ambrosio was disemboweled? They're in the war.
Yeah, I think
he's
so.
one of the few good white friends that he had.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for whatever the reason,
Did you fall asleep to that movie?
No, they put his privates in his mouth.
That's not great.
Well, sometimes when you're talking to me and I think you're saying nonsense, like I envision doing that to you. It's that bad.
Yeah, it's not great.
Yeah, I feel horrible for that.
You need to chill out with the Dexter stuff, man. Jeez.
I was like,
Shit you got going on around you could cause harm to me.
yeah. I'm a big Kevin Gates guy. Are you a Kevin Gates? He's weird. He's weird as all get out. He wears like feathers and big plumes. And
I wouldn't say I'm a big Kevin Gates guy. I don't have any strong feelings about Kevin Gates.
Kevin Gates is kind of a philosopher.
Yeah.
Is he talking about protecting his energy again, Shane?
I could love you, but if the shit you got going on around you could cause harm to me or it's disruptive to my peace, I'm gonna have to let you go do that because I'm over here.
Yeah.
And I love you enough to tell you the truth.
Yep. That's how we're doing you today.
What's that have to do with anything?
Oh, no,
I haven't even started yet.
I'm just nipping it in the bud early.
And when has that ever worked?
Have you not rewound these last 3 mornings?
No,
Holy smokes.
that's fine.
It's
But
friggin' a murder spree.
when has that ever worked?
I'm
Be
like,
I'm going to get ahead of
I don't
this.
even know why I hang out with this guy.
I don't know.
It's been a lot of sprayed bullets.
I would imagine part of it's because they pay you to.
Yeah, it's a fair point.
It's not like you're doing this on a volunteer basis.
Sometimes I feel like so I won't get fined. Correct.
Yeah,
It's kind of like Alabama's offense.
Oh man.
I'm telling you, there are times you watch him and you're like, "What the heck?"
Oh no, I mean it's a lot of times that I watch them. Like, what
But
the
then
heck?
you let Arkansas score 115. But I get it, 2 overtimes, so you're probably not like super enamored. But that's why I'm kind of interested in the middle of the packy SEC.
I mean, we're at 95 in regulation. Like
Yeah,
that's
they do.
still pretty aggressive.
Yeah, they do that in their sleep.
Yeah, I will say, as I was watching last night, it's not just because he dropped almost a 50 burger. I did look at, and I was like, I should have put Acuff in the blind resumes. His
Yeah.
numbers are close enough. He would have been a tough.
It's his strength.
Yeah.
What'd you say to me off air?
Oh, I think with basketball players, I think we don't do a very good job of evaluating how valuable being stronger than other people is.
Yeah.
Like that's what
I did like your BRUNTZ example. That was off air, so our fine streamers didn't get to hear you.
Well, because we were talking about Knipple.
You wax poetically and so eloquently about your hoops prowess.
We were talking about Knipple and trying to figure out why we couldn't see
Con.
Yeah, Con.
I mean, allegedly, I said Colin. Probably thinking Gillespie.
I think we were talking about Knipple and we couldn't figure out why we missed on what his eval was or couldn't see this part coming.
I still think Austin Reeves was the bigger surprise, but
I agree, but it's hard for me to separate draft position from what they ended up doing.
I asked you to take draft position on.
I know, and I told you it's hard for me to separate.
I know, I told you. See,
it's like once you got the eggs in there and you're like, I just want the egg whites. It's like I'm having a hard time separating the yolk.
They'll never take your freedom. William Wallace, you.
You might need to talk to somebody about that. Like the violent tendencies are.
It's fine.
You know.
I'm fine.
Might want to just be like, hey, like sometimes I dream about murdering my coworkers. Is that a problem?
You need people like me.
Exactly.
Like in pretty dramatic and graphic ways. Is that an issue? I think people will be like, I mean, we might want to work on it.
You gotta be creative. Not a big gun guy.
Well, yeah, I think the fact that once you get to I'm not a big gun guy, you're like, oh, what are my great alternatives here? Like that might be part of the problem.
That's
just something to think about.
I'm not okay.
I'm aware.
Barely getting by. I'm losing track of days.
But I should have included Acuff in the
sleep at night.
In the blind rankings.
There are so many good freshmen. You're not gonna be able to get it right.
No, but
Wait, did I threaten to strangle TK?
Yeah, you threaten to strangle people all the time.
No, I said I was just gonna press my thumbs on his esophagus.
I
wasn't gonna put my hands around it. Just
you threaten to strangle people constantly.
Plus, he's gonna get in good eventually with like the autopsy people and stuff. He'll be able to read. He'll be good at forensics. Like I'm not. You have to be careful with.
So after you strangle him, they'll be able to tell what happened.
No, that TK would take like lie. You need lie for TK.
Yeah.
It depends. Can I claim the voices in my head as dependents?
Yes, exactly. Nice pull.
Not ideal. You would have gotten confused on Acuff, on his numbers. You would have thought it was. You'd have thought it was Peterson.
I don't think so.
I think so because his 3-point percentage is where you thought Peterson's was.
Acuff's a 45er.
44. I think you would have confused Acuff and Peterson.
Huh. I wonder where I would have slotted him in the draft.
Because he's at going into last night, he was at 21.5. He's at 22.3 now.
That would have given it away, though. I mean, that's a full 3 points.
I know, but I think most people still thought Peterson was over 20 at that point, too. So if you're at 21.5, and that's what he would have been at before when we were doing the blind rankings, and you're looking at, okay, I thought he was at like 20, 21.5. That makes sense. His 3-point percentage is where I think it's at. I think you would have confused Acuff. And you know what would have got you, though?
What?
5 assists per game. Not a chance in hell.
Yeah. I'm like, Peterson out. Which is a good point.
Let's check one more time. I know Darryn Peterson played all of 18 minutes last night, which is really, really good for him. He did score 23 points in those 18 minutes, so good job. Let's check.
Juan, why do you guys hate context? I don't.
Let's check on the assist counter.
Juan, I don't hate cookies. I don't. Cookies are fine. Like I want to get.
We should make a T-shirt.
Cookies are fine.
No, just DB :
hates cookies.
Anti-cookies, pro murder.
That's not.
I think that's the new T-shirt.
What's wrong? No, nice. I mean, I get the DB. You're hating on cookies while simultaneously telling me you wanted Long John Silver's. Yes, Long John Silver's is delicious. Don't you think?
I think more people like it than claim to. I think it's one of those that it's popular to hate on, but there's a secret. It's kind of a guilty pleasure for a lot of people.
Long John Silver's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
I was strolling. I was watching, because I don't know what you think about Gonzaga. I feel like Gonzaga, and I don't have to do the same more with Florida, but I feel like I'm having to force feed Gonzaga down your throat.
So
is it their history or this team in particular? Both?
I think I'm struggling with the concept that some teams from Gonzaga that I thought were better didn't accomplish what maybe we think this Gonzaga team is capable of. So their history is working against them. I also they don't have a ton of star power. Like they're a very, very good team, but they don't have a ton of star power. And I'll be honest, part of it is, as you were saying last night, a lot of their games on are like 10 and 11 o'clock at night. I don't catch them as often.
Last night was like 10:07.
Yeah, I don't catch them as often as I do other teams. So that's part of it.
Were you sleepy?
Well, I was going back and getting like part of Arkansas, Alabama. I was watching BYU, Arizona.
Oh, you saw your boy go ham.
Yeah, I mean
Arizona's offense is weird.
Yeah, super. I don't. I mean,
don't make up any. Don't make opinions yet.
Who did we talk to yesterday? That was
Pete Isaac Trotter, who's really good.
Yeah, was he talking about the their half court offense?
If I was head of the Girl Scouts, I'd make up my own cookie, and I'd eat the heck out of it. Do you want to know what it would be?
Which Girl Scout cookie?
No, I'd make one up.
Oh, which one?
It would be a softer oatmeal, so that might already cancel me. Does Girl Scouts make soft cookies? It'd be a soft oatmeal.
I don't think they make soft cookies. I'm trying to think. None of the ones that I like are soft.
Soft oatmeal.
I like an oatmeal cookie. You lose me on the raisins, but I like an oatmeal.
White icing.
Okay.
Caramel drizzle.
So you basically want the cookie from an oatmeal cream pie.
Yeah.
With a frosting and a drizzle, basically.
Yeah. A little caramel.
I wouldn't be mad about that. They do have caramel delights. Caramel delights. I don't know.
Do they have coconut in them?
I don't know. I don't eat them. I'd have to ask Natasha. She's a big fan.
Yeah. So I'm just looking at some of these teams. Trotter got down to 8. You're at 11.
9 last.
9. No, 9 was the low. You'd crept back.
Yeah, I got back up to 11.
Yeah. 9 was your all-time season low.
I got up to 11.
A handful of weeks ago.
Yeah.
And that was after you were out on KU.
Still out on KU, or out again on KU.
Out
on KU. Get out the club.
So if we put it at 10,
I think 10 is safe.
It's going to be some really good basketball. But Trotter got me thinking about that second round.
Yeah, second round's going to be brutal.
Oh, I mean, unbelievable.
Speaking of KU, let me just check the Darryn Peterson assist counter from last night. Let's see. 18 minutes, 23 points. We said that. That's really good. 7 for 12 from the field, 6 for 10 from 3. Nice,
very, very efficient.
Nice shooting night.
Self had some comments. Shane, do we have any of Bill Self's comments on D Pizzle?
The thing that you sent me, let me get it here.
You know what I mean?
It's weird that Melvin Council played twice as many minutes as Darryn Peterson.
It's cued.
And he had.
I want you listen to old Bill. What do you is Bill Self protecting, advocating? What is Bill Self just coaching? What is Bill Self doing here?
Okay, let's hear it.
Okay. You guys have kind of had this a couple times now where Darryn has a really strong first half and then isn't able to go the rest of the game. Just how have you sort of navigated that and what challenges does that maybe present?
Well, we've had it more than a couple of times. And I didn't anticipate that tonight at all. I thought he was good to go. But obviously we only got 18 minutes out of him. You know, that's disappointing because he could have had a really big night. But you know, one thing about it is it's happened often enough that our guys have learned to play without him, even though that's not the way we want to play. But that's certainly something that we're not unaccustomed to, you know, right now.
I thought you'd find that fascinating.
Certainly doesn't sound like he's protecting him. Sounds like a guy that's kind of over his BS, if I'm being honest with you. But again, I will acknowledge
is that one of those things. I'll
acknowledge my filter.
Open filter.
I'll acknowledge my filter. But the way he's certainly not protecting him. I don't think he's advocating for him. He may not be talking about it as like I might be reading too much into the negativity of it.
He said, I thought he was good to go.
That one, that line's tough.
The Tulsa Twang came back.
Also, we've done it more than a couple.
So I think our guy, but he did say something I thought that I alluded to you about. I think they know what they're getting. Like they're accustomed to it.
Yeah. He said that. And he goes, yeah, we're kind of accustomed to it at this point. It's not how we want to play, but sometimes we have to. That sounded like a guy that like Darryn Peterson went to him halftime and be like, I got mine. I'm good.
I was like, ooh, I'm going to throw Ravi a bone. I think he'll like this.
Yeah.
See, I do nice things for you occasionally.
Me too.
That is in your wheelhouse.
That is in my wheelhouse.
That is very much your thoughts on the situation.
That's Ravi haterade right down the pipe. You know, I'm hydrated now. And I did finally find the assist number for Darryn Peterson last night. It was 0. 0 assists in 18 minutes.
23 points.
My man had
23 points in 18 minutes and 0 assists.
Yep. The number of bagels on his assists is like frankly shocking. I don't know how you don't just accidentally run into some assists. And KU shot 46% from the field and 46
guys were making some shots.
And 46% from 3 last night. So I'm gonna have a hard time saying nobody was making any buckets. It's tough. It's tough out here. People on draft boards are trying to tell me he's going to be a point guard, and I was like, in what world is this man capable of being a point guard?
Yeah, I don't know. He's probably more.
He's a true wing.
What's his buckets in Memphis after he got hurt?
Ja?
I thought they were going to move him. Is he like Morant?
I mean, different styles of game, but maybe. Let's see what. No, Morant was dropping like triple doubles in college, though. Let me check
about as a pro, but
I'll check. I'll check the numbers.
I guess that you have to be accustomed to passing
at some point.
Yeah, I hear you.
At all,
that's bad on my part.
It's all right.
I just think explosive guard.
No, I totally understand. I mean, maybe.
Maybe.
I think Derrick Rose, maybe.
I don't know.
Derrick Rose doesn't have the shot making but he was a good distributor too.
Yeah,
maybe.
So John Morant on his career in college was at he was at a lot of assists. He went this is the NBA, my bad. He's 8-1 for his career, or 7-4, excuse me. He was 8-1 this year. He's 7-4 for his career in the NBA on assists.
Super bad pull.
I'm having a real hard time imagining a world in where this man he's actually higher in college, 8-2. I'm having a really hard time imagining a world in which this man is somebody that people want to play with. Even if he's able to score at a prolific level in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
Like, a lot of guys like that A, guys don't like playing with, and B, end up being in these weird sixth man roles because they can't do anything else.
I mean, that makes some sense.
I get the elite athleticism. I get all that. But you add that into Bill Self didn't even tell us why he couldn't go last night. Do we know?
Who's the best player you watched in college basketball so far?
when he is right.
I'm probably not going to argue this.
So overall for the season,
Jeez,
or
Shane?
Give me overall for the season, or like the peak?
Who's the best player you've seen in college basketball? Why are you overthinking it?
Because I'm talking about peak versus like resume.
Man, peak these things. Like, who's the best player you've seen?
Honestly, on like a night in, night out basis, it's probably Caleb Wilson.
I thought you would say DeBansa.
DeBansa's a little floaty for me. I like him more than I like Peterson.
He was good last night.
He was, but like you've seen stretches where you kind of forget he's out there, and I don't love that. For a guy of that level, you never forget Caleb Wilson's out there.
Interesting.
Like if I'm talking about,
because this will be a super exciting tournament, but I don't know if there's not like this great team.
No, there's not. Like Isaac was really good yesterday, talking about the second round matchups are going to be huge. I think, honestly, I defend Cal a little against people that think he's awful. I don't think he's a great coach. But, like, Acuff is a guy that you're like, I don't want to see him ever.
I mean, it's going to be a really good team, like, not win a national championship, obviously. I mean, not like last. I mean, how Duke didn't win it is.
Yeah.
In about 10 years, we'll look at that Duke team. We'll put them in one of the best teams that didn't win a national championship.
What happened there?
I'm serious.
I know. I agree.
The 2,000 pros.
Yeah.
I mean, them. Who else? 2015 Kentucky was 20. They were like 34-0.
Yeah, they lost to Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That Kentucky team was like 30. They were unbelievable.
That's how I feel about. I don't know what year it was. The
2002 Duke.
No, 2002 Duke won, didn't they? Oh, one Duke won.
Yeah, because Batty had left, so they came back with
Jay Williams, but they didn't have Shane Battier. Yeah.
Like that 2002 Duke.
Yeah, they lost to Maryland. Okay,
was
sensational.
Again, in the discussion of best teams to not win a title.
I think about
UNLV.
The second UNLV team. I think about the Zion Duke team. That team was, especially early, they were really good. They didn't.
Was that 19?
Yeah, it had to have been 18, 19, 18, 19.
Who was he playing with?
So he's with RJ Barrett. He had
Ingram was gone.
Who was the other old boy? They were all freshmen. It was him, Barrett, and who was the other guy that on that team? He was another lottery pick. They had 3 lottery picks on that team. And then I think they had,
how many did they have last year?
Well, they had Knipple. Oh, they had 3.
Yeah.
Maluak, Flag. I think 2019 Duke. I think that's Zion.
I think that was 19.
I'm forgetting the guy's name. There's the 3rd lottery pick.
I agree, Miller time. That 2021 KU team.
Oh, Cam Reddish.
Yeah.
Was there too. But they also had Trey.
He was frustrating.
They had Trey Jones there also. And then of course they had the great Alex O'Connell on that team.
So look at 2002 Duke.
2002 Duke.
I mean, what are we really talking about?
That's the last Jay Williams year, right?
Yeah, Jay Will, Dunleavy, Boozer. They were incredible. I don't know what the heck happened. Now they weren't as probably good as the 01.
Oh, they had JJ. They had JJ Redick as a freshman too. I forgot about that.
Now Redick wasn't Redick yet. Redick didn't go ham until JJ's junior. And pencil that dude in for 20 every time he saw Carolina. Just put 20.
Oh, I was on 0203, not 0102. That's my bad.
Yeah, it's Dunleavy, Jay Will.
Yeah, Jay Will, Boozer, Dunleavy, Dante Jones, Chris Duhon, Dan Ewing are the NBA guys.
Yeah,
that's pretty good. You know which one I think of? You're not going to like this. And maybe they weren't as good as I thought they were, but they seemed like it at the time.
Who's that?
98 Carolina.
No, they were outstanding.
Okay. You like Carter, Antoine Jameson,
listen,
Ed Cota.
I'm still mad about that year.
That was a who was
so that's when I bounced. So during we had an open stretch after rookie minicamp and rookie symposium in Charlotte. That's when I went to Chapel Hill.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's when I was on the hunt for your boy Julius Peppers. I was hearing stories about this guy named J Pep.
Who was the
just a pup back then?
Who was the other forward on that team? I want to say like Jawad
Yeah.
Williams.
21, Jawad Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was. I liked him. He was not as obviously as.
I mean, yeah, especially when you think about it, like they won a title with their second or third best player being Henrik Rodel.
Shimon Williams.
Shimon Williams was a bucket.
Yeah, he was. He was good.
Shimon played with Jawad.
Yeah, I was thinking of Shimon though.
Yeah,
was the one I was thinking
Shimon
of.
played with Jawad though.
Shimon was actually their second leading scorer on that team.
He could shoot that thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just wish he liked basketball more. I went through a lot of unlikable Carolinians.
He was. Oh, that was. I forgot that early Brendan Haywood was on that team.
I couldn't stand him.
He didn't play.
I didn't even want him to play because even when he started to get okay, he couldn't move.
Yeah.
Like he stopped they had to wait for him.
They had a weird run of bigs at Carolina for a while.
Yeah, and I was spoiled watching Brad Doherty.
Yeah.
That's how bigs are supposed to play.
Yeah.
I didn't want to see Montross. I didn't want to see Haywood. This is this dumbest Carolina hot take ever.
Yeah.
I didn't even like Hansbrough.
Well, he doesn't really fit your eye.
Like, I'm not a big. I remember Triple B. My man Josh Batt made me a T-shirt that said Tyler Hansbrough was my homeboy.
How'd that go?
Dude, it was I mean, I didn't hate him. I didn't love him. But I mean, there won't be like that team this year.
No.
But there's some really good basketball. I wonder how many pros Illinois is gonna have.
Well, that's a good question.
I think 3 minimum.
I mean,
Stojakovic, Milovic, and
Wagler for sure.
They may get a 4th. One of the brothers is good. Like
they might get a 4th.
I mean, like literal blood.
Yeah, no, I gotcha.
No, you probably don't.
I understand. Well, there's
Are you sure?
I assumed with the Eastern European ties, you meant blood brothers.
Oh, you funny man.
What? I didn't do anything.
Yeah, that 98 Carolina team was 34 and 3 or 34 and 4.
Yeah. They were stacked. That was a good ball club.
Yeah, I appreciate you bringing that up.
I told you weren't gonna like it, but
I'm not.
That was the conversation we were having.
I'm not hating about it.
What do you? How do you feel about?
That was that game against Utah, which was just on about a month ago. I was gonna say 4 weeks.
That's the Andre Miller, Rick Majerus team.
That
right?
Utah team was a handful for them. Yeah,
Andre Miller was unbelievable.
So I kind of like those crafty games.
Yeah.
Change of pace, stop, start.
I'm surprised at how well his game translated to the NBA, if I'm being honest.
Dude, he was a baller.
Yeah, he was. He was really good. He played in the NBA forever. I mean, he was really good.
Yeah.
Would
you have taken just going back to Illinois for a second, would you have taken D Brown or Darryn Williams?
I think Darryn Williams could do more. So I probably need to take Darryn Williams. I get the D Brown was a good fit on that team. But I probably gotta do Darryn Williams.
Yeah, it's like Jawada Gum.
How do you feel about Tomey for Illinois?
I like him
because I think he might have a chance to play in the pros.
I agree.
That's a guy that I look at as a potential pro.
I agree. You want to know something funny? How many pros are on that Michigan roster
this year?
Yeah.
Ooh, that is a good question because I don't think it's many.
How many pros, like drafted guys?
It's funny you bring them up because we had this conversation with Nebraska about their ability to win a national championship or not based on their NBA pros. I hadn't thought of Michigan as a team that might disqualify. Because are there 2 guys that are getting drafted from Michigan?
At some point?
At any point.
Well, probably. Yeah.
It's closer than it should be, though, right? Like for
how they are annihilating people.
Yeah, for what this team.
Because I don't like anybody in that backcourt.
No, I mean Cadeau's not getting drafted. He's undersized and can't shoot.
You like Williams?
Not really. I mean, not as a pro. I don't know. It's probably Yaxel.
Yeah.
That's probably the guy this year that gets drafted. I don't know if. Are you drafting Mara? It's one of the, it's got to be two of the bigs, right? Like it has to be if it's
Yeah,
two.
I just thought you'd find that interesting.
Let me look at a mock draft here because I hadn't thought about that at all. That's a really good poll because
Thank you.
I'm nice sometimes.
Let's not get carried away.
Okay, so I'm going to bring up the big board here, and I'm just going to look how many players from Michigan. So they've got Yaxel at 12, so he'll get drafted.
Yeah.
The next closest is Mara at 32.
Yeah. So it's iffy.
And then Johnson at 41. That's it. So like if you fall out of love with Johnson or maybe he comes back or Mara comes back.
Tim, what's the pronunciation key of I'm gonna text it. I'm gonna type it to you. How would you pronounce that? Because that's how you say D. Will's name. It is.
What did we pronounce?
I'm dead serious.
Darryn?
Like, what is DERR in the pronunciation guide?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I would guess Darryn.
But
that's not how he said.
No, but are you not looking at the AN where I just gave you the hyphen? It's an, not on.
So Duran, like Duran. Like,
I mean, because I know exactly what Tim is saying,
like,
so I'm not gonna
Kevin Durant.
I'm not gonna arm wrestling over that.
What I said, I missed what Kevin said. What did Kevin say?
I mispronounced it because he has the weird. He does have the weird pronunciation.
Yeah, I really don't know.
It's fine. I just little rabbit hole.
That's okay.
A little itty bitty rabbit hole.
TK says, "Is Dusty May the Signetti of college basketball?"
Hey, look how he.
I know. I tried to do it in my voice, but it didn't quite give the same impression there. No, it's.
I hate saying this, but he's actually really funny.
Yeah, no, I mean you got to give the flowers sometimes. Every once in a while.
He's got a heck of a Rolodex for a pup.
Got to give him the due. He's an old soul though. You know he went back.
That big old brain starts growing.
Kobe's watching some USA curling right now.
I thought about it. I'm okay if you want to put
I'll say
we
can get some USA curling on here.
Joe Good said I'd rather watch Olympic chess. No, he wouldn't.
I'll be honest. I don't. Every once in a while, for some reason,
you search for Bobby Fischer.
No, I get like a Magnus. I think his name is Magnus Carlsen.
Yeah.
The chess guy.
Strongman?
No, that's well, I think there is a Magnus Carlsen strongman too. But the world chess champion right now, I think, is Magnus something. And every once in a while,
Magnus Redis?
Nope. Sometimes it comes across my TikTok, and I'm like, yeah, this isn't for me. I'm not into this.
It's okay.
It's just not my deal.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it's just
people love chess out. Juan who? Come on, man. Juan, you searching for Bobby Fischer?
Ain't nobody searching for Bobby Fischer anymore. Hey, Kobe, what channel am I on for curling?
Shane,
bud?
what was the show that you kept telling me to watch on Netflix with the female chess player? Was it Bridgerton?
No, it's
Don't matter to me.
Queen's Gambit.
Yeah,
Queen's Gambit.
Big Queen's Gambit guy, Shane.
Sure. Should I be?
I just asked the questions.
Yeah, you
gotta understand though.
Magnus Carlsen. That's the guy I was talking about.
K Bizzle's on Peacock.
Oh, he's on Peacock. Shoot, I don't know if we're gonna get it.
And
then.
you know what I wanted to say, but you won't let me say it because.
What's that? You can say whatever you want, DB.
I mean ESPN too. You just call it the Deuce.
Yeah.
You know, and there's some other stuff where you just call it the nickname. Why can't you do it with Peacock?
I mean, you can if you want. It's your call, man.
Nah, I'd have to check with Sasha.
Oh, there we go. It's on. We got it on USA. We're here. We're good. No, it's
so all I really want to do in this.
Yeah,
I'm not even gonna hold
in curling.
I just want to see how long I can stay in that flexed position.
Oh, like where they're down and releasing the
because
stone?
Do you want to know something really stupid?
What's that?
I tell you at least 8 stupid things every first hour, every day.
What do we got? What do we got today?
Do you know how I kind of gauge if next gen is working?
How's that?
Can I one leg, bent knee, put my socks on? like how I'm feeling.
Gotcha. Okay.
He touched it. He touched it.
So one leg, bent knee. So you're like checking your balance and
Yeah.
like one leg strength, basically.
Just the one leg is slightly bent. It's about 120.
Mm-hmm.
The other one gets to 90.
Yeah.
I can drop down, put a sock on.
Kind of trying to do a little pistol squat almost.
Yeah. Kind of, you know, sometimes I'll lean against, I'll do weird things against the wall.
Yes, I'm aware.
It's not that funny.
Well, I was just thinking about the time you did a headstand during a show.
Why are you bringing up old stuff?
I just, so you reminded me of when you're.
So I want to see if I can do that. Like, look how
No, they get low.
Straight her body is.
Yeah, they get low.
And that
too.
knee is not on the ice.
Yeah, no, that's hovering. We're hovering there.
Like, I want to see if I can do that.
That's almost.
Can I bend over and get my sweep game right?
It's like a stretch. It's almost like
I can
you're.
barely use our Swiffer. I don't know if I could do that, but I am fascinated by it.
I'm fascinated by the strategy and dynamics of it.
Switzerland is
totally
not
understand.
leading in gold medals.
Norway.
It's Norway.
I
don't even think it's close.
Mm-hmm. It's not. I don't believe.
Not for gold.
Norway is.
And apparently Italy loves the Winter Olympics too.
Norway's cruising.
Juan, I play chess every day on this show, and Ravi is team checkers every day. Every damn day.
How'd the last few first hours go for you?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay. Norway's
it's in its totality.
Norway's at 33 total medals, 15 golds.
Plus, you had the whole stream brainwashed, so it was an onslaught.
By repeating the exact words that you say.
No. Awful twisty.
Italy is at 26 and 9 golds. The U.S. is at 24 and 7 golds.
USA.
Oh, speaking of, did we send that clip to Shane about the silver medals?
I can't remember.
Okay, I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna send you.
But that's not where I want to go.
Where do you want to go? You tell me.
I love when you think I'm serious. Jose, it's Norway, but they all look the same.
What happened?
Dude, you want inappropriate?
I mean,
hang out with Sadie. Inappropriate. Sadie, how many tequilas do you think you poured me?
Lee says I could throw the puck. I think it's a stone, not a puck, Lee, but that's okay. In that position, but somebody would have to help me out.
Oh, would you knock it off?
I mean, a puck indicates like hockey. I think of a puck as a much smaller.
It's a stone, but there's no. Now Lee is sarcastic. Now Lee can hold his own. So if you want to,
fine.
If you want to pick
I'm not picking on him.
If you want to pick on Lee, you know he's obnoxious.
When I think of a puck, though, I think of a smaller implement.
I think of what you'd probably.
I'm picking Lee for Team Shane.
Yeah, he's funny. I get it. You want like lighthearted, kind of snarky.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's Lee. That's totally Lee. I didn't see Scott this morning either walking.
Maybe he's a little cold for him.
Are you nuts? That dude is diligent.
I don't know him.
Okay, listen.
I've met him twice.
This defensive hands up thing, Ravi, this is not going to fly because you know how you make it come across as though like.
Yeah, quit beating me up.
Yeah. I don't know. What?
I don't know.
I
don't know.
We're not doing that. You should be all giddy. You were half flipping sleep.
No,
And your freaking Jays won. I thought you'd be bouncing from the rafters, and you're here. Like, by the way, we have the same maker.
Yeah, we got the Adidas. This is, I think, the same year too. There's similar like stitching on here. I think it's the same because they change it every year. I think the gray accents are a particular.
Shout out to your boy.
Yeah,
he hooked me up.
Which one?
Isn't that who got me the Carolina gear?
Oh yeah, Jake did. Yeah.
I'm Team Jake, even though I'm team roll side.
It's good looking out.
Shout out Jake. How old is Jake?
32.
Jake have kids?
3 of them.
Dang, he got started early.
Yeah, he got after it.
That a boy, Jake.
I think they're done. I don't know. I don't think they're going for any more.
Well, it depends. What's the genders? Do you know? How well do we know Jake?
I'll be honest. I'm real bad with knowing about people's kids.
You're real bad with kids.
There's definitely a boy. The first one is definitely a boy.
Shout out you.
I'll be honest. I'm 0 for the other 2.
Yeah, Scott said it's not. See, I've seen him walk. This dude's been out in the rain, like cold rain.
Tim says we thought we were done having kids twice. Tim has so many kids.
TB?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why he's got a sense of humor.
So many kids. Tim, you know there's things you can do about that, right?
Yeah. So I'm not doing that.
That's fine, but
nah, I trust me. I had the accident once, and that'll be it.
Yeah, you got
nope, not doing it.
There's things you can do, Tim. That's all I'm saying. He does that with Tim, how many kids do you have? I don't remember. I think it's 5 or 6.
Crazy.
I think he's got 6.
My mom, we have 5. She had 5.
I know, but 5 now is a lot different than 5 then.
No, I agree with you.
Like there's a big difference.
I agree with you.
5 now is a lot. He might have 6 because he adopted one.
Oh, good for him.
Oh, he's a good guy. Tim's a good guy.
Oh, I can tell.
Yeah.
You know, there was a time.
Mm-hmm.
This was probably ominous, but there was a time, right? Like I didn't want to be married. Like I was gonna do the adoption thing.
Yeah, you told me about that. You're like, hey, I just want to take care of some kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, but then I'm like, man, I love kids.
Yeah.
It's not my own.
It's the opposite of how I felt about the situation.
This dude said someone in my family in the late 18. Joe Good, you a family tree guy? How would you know? Well, I guess in the 1800s, if you have 19, no question, we're going to find a way to leak into the 2000s. Right?
Yeah.
19, just think if they only had 2 kids apiece.
Yeah, it's got to trickle down. The family tree is getting pretty wide in a hurry.
Jeez, Joe Good.
That's a lot. That's
a ton.
So my mom comes from a family of 6 kids, and my dad, I think 5 or 6. And then my dad is from 7, I think.
I think my dad is 4. Phyllis. Florence. 4. My mom is 3 total.
That's not bad. That's relatively.
Dude, 19.
That's so many kids.
TK's the youngest. No wonder you act so old. So what's my excuse? I'm the youngest of 5, and I'm super old. So yeah, right.
I'm the youngest of 4.
You act like an only child.
What's that mean? No, let's hear it. What's that mean?
No.
What?
No.
How do I act like an only child?
I used to be into the birthright.
Yeah,
thing.
or the birth order thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Suave, how many siblings do you have?
I believe he has 1 sister. I think she's younger.
He totally gives me only child vibes.
Oh, he's got 4 sisters? Dear God.
That is like, okay, so, but the only boy.
Only boy. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah. It makes it.
Joe Good says my dad wanted a baseball team. My mom said go find that somewhere else.
Damn, Joe. And he's low 30s. He's a 31er.
Yeah.
Interesting. So Scott, where were you this morning? I mean, not that I'm putting out APBs trying to be all in your business.
Oh, good
But we've tried to walk 3 dogs at once. It doesn't work. They got 4 with 3 people. I don't know how they don't get the goddamn leashes screwed up.
Well, they've got some of those fancy leashes now that like rotate with it so they don't get twisted. Have you seen those?
Yeah, I have some pretty good leashes.
Yeah. They have ones that have like basically it's like a ball bearing in there that rotates the thing. I don't know.
We haven't played OTB tourney in over 30 years. What is OTB? I think off the bone, and I always want to go eat there, but they're never open when they're
I don't know
supposed to be.
what that one is. Miller Time says I have a buddy who has 4 kids, 3-year-old, 2-year-old, and 1-year-old twins. That sounds miserable.
Yeah, that was Rezak.
That sounds awful.
Carly and Dom are twins. Teddy and Anthony are twins. And then there's Vince.
How old is Vince? How much younger is he than the other 2?
Vince is 6th grade, I think. 5th.
Oh, okay. So they got a little break between the
but he had 4
under 3.
4
under 4.
2 sets of twins.
I say how much older is Dom than the
Dom's 23. Dom and Carly are 22 or 23.
Okay, so they're like 3 years older than the okay. Yeah, 4 under 4 is rough.
Benny Max got 3 under 5.
Yeah, that's not.
I can't even handle a puppy.
Yeah, we're out here asking like, how do you walk 3 dogs at once?
Can I pet that dog?
And I get it. I used to have to walk.
Your boy needed a timeout. I told you I was sitting in the grass the other day, way in the far back corner of the backyard, on my butt. So it's like, what are you doing? Listening for traffic.
I'm just seeing how good this silencing wall is. It's pretty effective. That is something you would do. You'd be like,
"You're stupid."
How much noise actually gets?
I was like, "What? How does this work? It's not high enough." Because there's this big thing going on in Council Bluffs about these neighbors are mad about the noise ordinance.
Yeah. I like having.
So I was quietly experimenting.
I like having the big noise blocking wall in the backyard. That's nice. I don't have one.
It used to be so ugly. Now when you don't, so when we were in Maryland, oh, my whole radio team killed me. We were all coming back from the stadium setup. This is the one where the lady was yelling at Kyle.
Yeah.
And so along their interstate, their byways, they have a ton of those noise canceling deals.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, you know me, there's like trees, and so I'm wondering what wildlife is in there and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I wonder what's behind those walls. And I can't remember if it was Jess or Kyle. Somebody's like, oh, probably just trees.
Honestly, it could
maybe
be
squirrels.
It
was the delivery, and I was like, I'm thinking like foxes or like I'm trying to extrapolate.
Like wildlife, yeah.
And they just totally slipped me at the knees.
Honestly, the hard part about that is it could be any of your coworkers that would hit you like that.
Yeah.
Any of them.
Yeah, especially when we're all four together.
So I don't know what this Sasha texts us. She goes, yeah, it definitely always shocks me when Ravi says he has 4. I have 3 siblings. I'm one of 4. But she said when I have 4 siblings.
Yeah, you give only child vibes.
Apparently my dad has 9. My mom had 6. So I was a little low on my dad's side.
Dang, that's a ton.
Yeah.
Is that common?
I think at the time in India, that many kids was pretty common.
Yeah.
10, 11, 12.
I don't common for us, but it was just because people were taken that didn't belong to them. It's not that funny.
No, TK just sent pictures of you doing weird stuff on the show. Because you're talking about, oh, everyone's like get distracted. So we got this one here. You over there doing something. Then that one, you're talking to the wall. I don't know. It's interesting.
There's one that Jernigan and Coach Williams have. By the way, happy retirement, Coach Jernigan, as he steps down from Westside Wrestling as they get ready to go today for his last state tournament.
Terrific. Congratulations.
There's one of me just looking in the grass for something. I'm like on all fours.
I've got the one of you looking through the trash.
What was I looking for?
You like washed your hands and your ring came off in the paper towel.
Oh, yeah.
And so you were grabbing it.
Why would you take a picture?
Because you told me to. I don't remember why, but you're like, hey, take a picture of this.
All right. It's fine. Hey, our guy's back.
Oh, Derek, there we go.
He can't call in.
I know. He's one of the we should have the phones fixed when we move to the new studio on Monday. That's the plan.
Monday?
Yeah, Monday.
It's so the main thing I'm excited about.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's 2. The dry erase board.
Yep.
Do you want to know the other one?
Yeah.
I'm not telling you now. No, you just seem sarcastic.
No, I wasn't mean.
No.
The sarcasm was to the fact that you asked when I was just waiting for you to say the second one.
Oh, JR's an only. No, I'm not doing it.
All right.
It's fine.
Childish.
Can somebody explain to me what OTB is?
I don't know what OTB is. Can you explain to me why I seem like an only child?
You give like very. I'm very excited to hear you call in, TK. I am pumped. I want to hear from all my friends.
Derek says he has a lot to say. Wyatt says
over the board.
Wyatt says expect a call from me on Monday.
Kind of miss Wyatt. Did you ever scroll back and see why I didn't see my man Scott this morning?
No, I did not. Oh, it's a chess term.
Oh, OTB?
Yeah, over the board.
Oh.
I still don't know what it means in chess. Like, what does over the board mean? Oh, it's an in-person live tourney. Thank you, Kenny.
Kenny said, to quote Groucho Marx, After he had a guy said he really loved his wife, and that's why they had so many kids. Groucho goes, "I love my cigar, but I take it out of my mouth every now and then." Well played, Kenny. Well played, Kenny. I'm still tripping off somebody having 19 kids.
I mean, it was a while ago. Not as long ago as you would think, but
the 1800s, it was dangerous to have babies.
Yeah, but you were also a lot of times you were also trying to like man a farm.
Like need a plow puller.
Kind of. I mean,
need an
yeah,
really.
That's what everybody told me why they had so many kids back then is they had to work the farm. I don't know if that was just nonsense, but that's what everybody always told me. It's free labor, man.
Need a milk pumper.
I don't know. Never mind.
What's that?
Never mind.
It worked for one cultural dominant group. I didn't know if it was just normally like that when you're free.
Well, I was gonna say there was some legal shifts in the mid 1800s.
I just don't think you should go there.
Okay. I think some people had changed strategies on the free labor. Rightfully so. Pro-abolition.
What happened?
I'm a big Frederick Douglass guy.
Surprise, surprise.
Why can't you just stop? I'm clearly saying don't. I'm shaking my head.
Oh,
I've turned my back.
I thought you were talking about something else. I thought you were trying to figure out the chess thing still.
Just like 1, 10.
I thought context was important.
Probably a number 2.
Daniel makes a good point. A lot of times you also had a lot of kids back then because unfortunately several of them wouldn't make it out of childhood usually.
Typhoid?
Well, just a lot of things.
Tuberculosis?
Got kids early back in the day.
From being out on the farm. I thought that's when everybody was tough.
I think it was just more of like a disease medicine situation, you know?
Cactus Jack, I'm not touching that one with a 10-foot pole. I get tired. I can't even read that with context.
Which one?
Dude, Jack's only typed once.
Oh, I didn't. Okay.
Well, and back in the late 1800s, people didn't live as long. So if you're having 19 kids, you're having 19 kids for like your entire adult life. You know, if you didn't live as long.
As opposed to what?
Well, now you would live until you're like, hopefully 70, 80, whatever, and you're not having kids after like 40.
How are you you can't afford it.
Well, that's why you got the farm. You can feed them. Got some cows out there.
You still need insurance, numbnuts.
Insurance is a relatively new phenomenon.
No, I understand. Shane, are you talking about now? The difference now?
The difference between now and then.
Oh, okay. I thought you were
with
talking
the
about,
lifespan that people.
I thought you were talking
more
about
Wrigley's, Dentine, Big Red.
I thought you were talking about the 19s.
More gum.
Or the 19 back in 1800.
I think Jack threw you.
He did. I'll be honest with you. KP Cole says that's right, Ravi. My mom and her siblings all had farm stories. Jose Bueno says I don't know where I'd start if I had to call in. That's insane. Sorry, we lots of kids stories in here. Apparently, Haas's buddy from college had 8 siblings and 72 first cousins.
Yeah. So, like, at what point at the holidays do you just like, hey, this is just about getting together? We're not giving gifts.
Yeah, I think well before you get to 72 first cousins.
Because you can't even say, hey, we'll just shop for the kids.
You can't even say, hey, I have any idea what you would like, because there's 72 of you, and I can't remember your name.
I can't wait to get to free agency in the NFL.
I love.
Would you like to said we did do a lot of sports. That was
fun. We did a lot of basketball early.
I don't even know how we got here. Jack,
I'm tired.
I may need a timeout.
I'm tired.
I might need a timeout. My dad has had. What are you doing with 75 first cousins?
Probably not real close with a lot of them, I'd guess.
75.
We're doing.
Well, if you get married a few times.
Shane, no
You're-
one even
you're gonna-
likes you. How
you're
would
gonna
you
add
know
up
about
your-
getting married once?
Well, I know you guys, so
Oh, that's cool.
What do you mean, you guys?
We're the same.
What do you mean, you guys?
I earned that. Air high five.
I mean, they just start adding up, don't they?
We're at 2, man. Not 12.
No, I'm talking your cousins, your first cousins.
I ain't got kids with either of them, so. Jay Saudi says, you know, a family that has 9. They went to Millard West, and at one point the uncles and nephews were playing together. Well, Rico, that's a different culture. Rico says, I have what feels like hundreds of uncles and cousins, not actually related to many of them. That's a cultural thing.
Well,
You're like, hey, that's an uncle, that's an auntie.
I'm still trying to figure out, unless he just wanted to get a barb in, how do you get cousins through marriage?
Yeah, I don't think you do.
Did you just want to get a barb in, Shane?
I don't know. I'm not married, so I mean, I got to learn from you guys. What do you mean by you guys?
Yeah, we were doing just fine.
Yeah,
It
Shane's
was-
fault.
I mean, it was a strong 35 minutes of sports talk.
It was
Yeah.
basketball, you know.
Wasn't pretty.
Talking hoops.
So actually, I'm gonna blame Kobe.
Why is that? What did
It started with curling.
Oh.
It went from stones to pucks.
Oh.
Then it went from deep knee bends and putting socks on to this.
Some of those deep knee bends is how people get 19 kids. You know, you gotta watch out. You gotta be careful out here.
It's overrated. Overrated.
Jake, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Flaky Jake?
Yeah,
Jake, he's nuts.
we gotta get. Oh shoot, we don't even have an 8 o'clock guest. We gotta take a break though. We gotta take a break.
No, I'm learning here.
No, you're not.
I
I
am.
know what you were too quiet for too long. So he's like, "Ooh, how can I get these guys?"
I know.
I'm gonna make up something about cousins and marriage, dummy.
Sasha says
That's totally on me.
Brian, her husband's family has like 90 people at Christmas. That's doing too much.
Oh yeah, I'm not showing up.
Do you have to like run out of venue?
I'm not like.
You know what I mean? Like whose house? You're not putting 90 people in a house.
I'm just not trying to be stressed over the holidays.
If you, man, I've told you stories. We have a hard time arranging like 10 people.
Oh yeah,
I guess there's a lot of moving parts there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Got a lot.
People that are fairly particular.
A lot going on. Well, it's a very opinionated family. I don't know if you know where I got it. I come by it honestly. Not an only child though. Apparently, I don't know what.
I need to get my composure. Shane threw me for a loop, but it started with Jack.
Yeah.
I get tired.
Kind of jumped the shark there a little bit. Let's take a quick break. Don't forget, guys, we do still have 9 days left of Black History Month. That's why we got the Omaha Rockets hat up here today.
Yes.
So-
Yes.
We're going to take a quick break here. That's DB. I'm Ravi Lulla. It's Hurrdat Sports Live, and I'm almost certain they're going to let us continue talking after this.
Oh, I've been hearing him chanting at me. Yeah. Just another game. That was my mindset the whole time. Just another game. Yeah, they're super physical. Came out of the gate, super physical with me off the ball. I always had their hands on me, and were there on the catches. Credit to them. They had a really good game plan. They executed it well. And, we just got to be more physical going forward and push back when they're pushing us, like they do every game. So it's the same. It's the same thing every time. Hands on me. Really hard to get space. We've done a really good job of screening, and I feel like I've done a good job of fighting through those. They're very, very physical with me, everybody I play. So, just keeping up and doing that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't probably that much. I think I'm just proud that our guys flipped it. Two games of just not us. I came in and I challenged them. I challenged them in pregame, and and they rose to the occasion, and they fought, and it didn't go our way a lot. Like our offense was completely inept, but we just battled and hung on and got enough stops to be able to get the win. Well, it couldn't have been any worse than Purdue game, so that's good. I think we are a good rebounding team when we're geeked up. And I thought for 2 games we played hard, we didn't play with concentration. And tonight I thought we did both. And you saw the results of that, and it was an imperfect game, but a perfect ending for what we wanted out of it.
Welcome to Hurrdat Sports Live.
Welcome back, Hurrdat Sports Live, presented by Next Gen Male Medical. That's DBM Ravi Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports Bar and Grill. I'll be honest, that first hour goes by so fast every day. Yeah. Like I look up and I'm like, oh, we've got 20 minutes left. It's 7:58. No, we do not.
Oh no, T-Mac. I saw the comment.
No, I did. T-Mac says he was at a basketball tournament and a family had rented out a conference room for their Christmas get together. We're doing too much.
Yeah. We also said lots of kids died from being mishandled meat back in the day. They left food out because they had to. That's not what I'm doing at my house.
No, he leaves it out after he cooks it. I'm not incorrect there.
That's why there's salt.
You want to talk about the NFL?
Yes. So
Bleacher Report came out with this list. Rico, I believe, has it that we can put up on the screen here. But
Suave.
They came out with this list of the 99 best quarterbacks in NFL history.
Okay.
And I'll be honest, I went through it in sequential order. They started at 99, went all the way down to 1. And as soon as the number 99 pick came across my screen, I was like, there is no way. I was like, this is absolutely nuts. But as I kind of continued going down, I sort of came to another realization. But would you like to guess who was 99? This would be a shot in the dark. If you get this, I'll be amazed. But go ahead. Would you like to guess who was 99?
Can I get some clues?
Relatively modern quarterback. Played for 2 teams prominently. I think he only played for 2 teams, but you would remember him with either. Let's see. I'll give you a stats.
That's not going to do it. Give me his college.
Texas A&M. There's not very many of those.
No.
Yeah.
How many NFL teams?
2.
Was one in the AFC South?
Yep.
No. We're not doing this.
No, this is why
99.
This is why it's interesting.
Top 100 quarterbacks. This dude made a list.
He did. This is why the list is interesting. It's
Ryan Tannehill.
It is Ryan Tannehill. This is why
first of all,
because that was my exact reaction. First
of all, I should at least get an Egg McMuffin for that.
Oh, we didn't bet beforehand. I'm sorry. If you get number 98, I'll give you an Egg McMuffin.
Dude, you are wild. How do you have any friends?
I ask myself that all the time.
Like, it's incredible.
It's because people know what they're getting. People know what they're getting with me. There's no misconceptions.
All right, Rico, pull the list down. I don't want to see it. That's too small for me anyway. Pull the list down. I want to see. I want to guess.
So, I don't know where this guy went to quarterback. He's older. or went to college. He's older, one team only. I think he's got Super Bowl rings. Nope, he doesn't have any as a starter. He does not have any as a starter. He had some as a back. He had, I believe, a couple as a backup.
When were his good years?
Early 80s.
Oh. Early 80s.
But he went to like mid 80s.
He started in the mid 80s?
Yeah.
How do you know?
'Cause I saw the name.
He saw the list early. Or when
I used to have football cards of the guy.
Where'd he go to college?
I don't know. I'll look it up. The guy he backed up that won Super Bowls, and I believe they split time one year.
Does his franchise have multiple Super Bowls?
Yes. Not one for a while, though.
And he didn't start until the
early 80s.
So he played behind a really good quarterback.
Yes, who is higher on this list. Where is your college information? Arizona State.
Oh, easy. Danny White.
It is Danny White.
I can do. So pick like.
You want to pick a random?
Pick like I don't know, something in the 80s, and then give me the college.
Okay, I'll pick a guy that I know. There's a guy you know on here, not quite in the 80s. Is it 94? You know him probably better than any NFL quarterback.
Okay.
Like, personally know him.
Oh. Okay. I know who it is.
Yeah.
It's Kerry Collins.
Yeah.
That's too easy.
He's at no, I know. He's at 94. I'm just trying to give you
Who put the list together?
So this is all the NFL staff writers from Bleacher Report. This is why I was asking Shane about Bleacher Report yesterday, because I wanted to talk
How is Tannehill 99 though?
So this is the entire thing I became fascinated with this list, because I was trying to find people they left out.
What's the parameters?
It is pretty generally just what they believe the best quarterbacks, the best 99 quarterbacks in the history of the NFL are.
Give me somebody in the 80s. I like this game.
Okay, we'll get the 80s here. Let's see what we got. You know how Bleacher Report does their slides. I got to get through here a little bit. All right, we've got. I don't know his college. I don't know his college.
Number?
90. Okay, that's probably too easy for
the college is too easy.
Yeah, TCU. It's the only guy you're thinking of.
TCU.
Yeah.
What number is he?
88.
Oh. Red Rifle.
Andy Dalton. 85 went to Florida State.
Oh, God. They have to be well represented.
Rico, how many does Florida State have? Can you text me that? He did a breakdown of all the colleges. He did a really good job. Or no, he did NFL teams. How many NFL teams are represented? I don't think Florida State is well represented. Think about who else. I mean, Jameis didn't make the list. And then who else would it be? Wanky didn't play well in the NFL. Charlie Ward didn't play in the NFL. E.J. Manuel was bad. Christian Ponder was bad.
Huh.
I think Brad Johnson's the only
point.
I think Brad Johnson's the only Florida State guy.
That's what I was going to say.
Oh, sorry.
I didn't guess.
My bad. I thought you said it already. I thought you said it already.
I was just going to say, did he win a Super Bowl? If he won a Super Bowl, then I would have known.
He did win a Super Bowl. Let's see if I can find one that I know. Some of these older guys, I'm not good. Oh, number 81, BYU.
So there's a couple, but this guy would have to be high. Steve Young would be high.
Steve Young is much higher.
Give me his best passing year in the NFL.
Okay, let me find his best year.
Because if the number starts with a 3 and not a 4, I know exactly who it is. Because I don't know if they've had a dude that throw for 4,000 yards.
You're on the right track. They have not.
It's Jim McMahon.
It is Jim McMahon. I believe that's the only other BYU guy on this list.
I can rock this game.
So here is the thing that I found fascinating, and we can keep having you guess because I like this. This is fun.
I'm miffed.
80, Miami.
The Canes?
Mm-hmm.
You got to give me some clues.
Most prominently with one team, but played for a few. Never a.
Is he connected to Nebraska's history?
Yep.
Bernie Kosar.
It is Bernie Kosar. So
Chicken sandwich.
Here's the thing I found fascinating about this list. As I'm scrolling,
have you seen him? Bernie is not.
He's in rough shape. He's been really sick for a while. I'm scrolling through this list and I look at 78's too easy because there's only one guy that could possibly be from this college, UCF.
Culpepper.
So Culpepper's
too high.
So
he only had 4 good years.
Here, this is my point though. Is every time I got further on the list.
Can you do me a solid?
Yeah.
Just real quick. I know you hate Googling.
Mm-hmm. I don't hate it. I'm just bad at it.
Give me Culpepper's stats.
Yeah. You're right. It's only 3 or 4 good years. I mean, you're not wrong there.
It can't be a ton.
It's not. And because he got hurt.
Culpepper's in the 70s?
78. So here I think is the interesting thing about the list. So Culpepper.
Can I ask Rico something?
Yeah.
Does he have audio? Because I don't want to use my computer because I want to.
Yeah, he should be able to chime in.
Hey, Rico, what NFL team is the hot? Did you do what NFL team is the most represented?
He does have that, yeah.
Yes, I do have that.
Oh, hi, buddy. Who's
Hello.
most represented?
There are 2 teams with 7 quarterbacks.
Jeez.
And it is the Cowboys and the Raiders.
Huh.
And what Rico did, because I was talking to him about this yesterday, he did the team they were most prominent with.
That's fair.
Because there's a lot of them. Like Bernie Kosar technically played for the Cowboys also.
That had to take him a second.
He did. He spent a lot of time on it, and he did a really good job.
It to him yesterday?
2 days ago, but I think he got it all done yesterday.
Dude, those guys, I told you about Austin and his Googling.
Yeah. So Dante Culpepper.
I feel like we should. We could ESPN those guys. We got our own research department. Those guys can't even have shows without their research team. We got
pretty much.
We got 2 guys that bust ass.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, so 7.
So Culpepper at 78.
Wait. I'm just going back to what he said. So
yeah.
Dallas and
Oakland
the Raiders
had 7 each.
Okay, I'm just getting a frame of reference.
7's much for the Raiders.
Well, you got a couple overrated guys too.
Yeah.
Give me. All right. So I'm plus 35,
right? Yes. Yeah.
Let's make this one for $10.
What's the bet?
Then I'll get it. It's very hard. Like the odds, the next quarterback.
Sure. I mean, I'm going to pick a hard one, but
that's fine.
So Culpepper, real quick, because you asked how many good seasons. 1, 2. Yeah, it's 3. It's 3. Because
what were they? Because he threw some picks too.
So that's why I discounted a couple seasons. So at age 23, his first season, that was a breakout year when Randall Cunningham got hurt, I believe.
He just threw that thing to Moss.
Yeah, so 3,900 yards, 33 touchdowns. Still had 16 picks, but I'm going to count that as one of his good years.
Very Jameis-esque.
3 years later, 2003, he went for 3,500 yards, 25 and 11.
Weren't they super prolific in 99?
They were, but that was Cunningham.
The whole year?
Yeah.
That's when they got beat by the Falcons, right?
Yes. Yeah. No, that was 98. 98 was when they got beat by. Cunningham had 2 years. We remember 98, but he also played 99.
Okay, fair.
So
he was in Lincoln in 97.
Cunningham?
Culpepper.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was a rookie in 99, and then he started in 2000.
Okay.
So his other good year is 2004, 4,700 yards, 39 touchdowns, 11. That
he
was
almost due for $5K.
Yeah, back in 04. And 39 touchdowns, which was a crazy number.
How many picks?
11. So not bad. 39 to 11.
No, that's legit.
So the ones I discounted is he went 3,800 yards, but did 18 and 23. So that's not a good year. And then he only started 11 games in 01, and he went 14 and 13 touchdowns, intercepts. So 3 good years, and he's number 78 on the list, which seems crazy, right?
Yeah.
No Super Bowls, whatever. As I went through this list, my overwhelming thought was the quarterback play in this league is so much worse than we think it is, historically. because I don't think they missed anyone. Like, I went through the list and like there's maybe one off somewhere, but I don't think they left anybody off. And you've got guys like Tannehill on here.
So like they've got Sonny Jurgensen's and Sammy Baugh,
All
and
of them.
Jake LaMotta's,
All of
and
them.
Stablers, and
I'll check. I know they have Jurgensen. He's 38. Baugh is 26.
Okay.
Stabler is 30. What was the LaMotta?
Yeah.
How do you spell that? You know, off the top of your head?
Lamania. No, he's a Lions guy, right?
Jake.
No, that's the boxer. The quarterback. Who am I thinking of?
Daryl LaMonica?
Yes. Thank you. Play your harmonica is what I used to
48.
remember. 48.
Raider.
The old boy from Detroit, Lane.
Yeah.
He made the list. Like everybody made the list. Like everybody you think of made the list.
So is like a so Romo's got to be on there. Although he was on my algorithm yesterday.
He's 57.
Let's say with 7 of them, he's got to be on there.
Hey, Tony Romo did some things. I watched
Did he
the
have
one
some work
highlight
done?
where he had a ball snapped over his head by like 20 yards.
Yeah.
And this dude ran for the first down.
Yeah, Romo was kind of nice. Like people forget that. Romo was kind of nice.
Hey,
He didn't win anything, so we killed him. But like he was nice.
I'm like, huh.
But like there was not legitimately there wasn't a guy that I was like, oh, that was a miss.
Is Steve Grogan on the list?
Grogan. I don't believe so. It's just Grogan.
Grogan, yes.
Yeah,
Grogan.
Grogan is not on the list.
Is Chad Morton.
96.
Oh.
Or Craig Morton.
Craig
Morton,
Morton.
yeah.
Chad.
Yeah. That's a pitcher, right? Chad Morton? Yeah.
Charlie
for the Astros, yeah.
Doug Williams.
Yep, he's on the list. He is number 84. I think the only I have to double check. I think the only Super Bowl winner not on the list, and I'm sure you know who. I bet you can guess.
Dilfer?
Yeah. I think
Gosh, I like this game.
I think he's the
I don't know if
only.
this is good pod, but
So if you won a Super Bowl, you made the list, and there's a bunch of. If you had more than like 2 good years, you're pretty much on the list.
all right, give me a range of the next guy you're going to ask me about.
I'm going to ask you somewhere between 70 and 50. So that's 20 spots.
Okay.
Let's see here. Who do we want to go? Ooh, that's a tough one.
That's only $10, so it doesn't have. And
No, I'm not going to make it.
And like the odds aren't in my favor.
It will be a guy that I would have known without talking about the list, and it'll be a guy that I know without looking up the college. Like I'll know what college he went to off the top. That's a possibility here. We got Johnny U's backup on here, or Morrill. Well, he was a starter for a while
Morrill
too.
was good.
Yeah, he was. All right, let's.
I mean, not that I was watching black and whites. But...
Number 65. This one's gettable. Number 65, Boston College.
Is this for $10?
I told you it's not very hard. I mean, there's a couple options.
Well, I have to discern. There's Matt Ryan, there's Doug Flutie, there's Matt Hasselbeck, there's no way Hasselbeck's on the list. There's Foley wouldn't be on there. I don't know. BC's got more than you think. 65?
Mm-hmm. I will say not everyone you named is on the list. I don't know if that helps or hurts, but
oh boy. It's only 10, not 20. All right. So all you're giving me is Boston College?
What else? Is there another hint you'd like?
How many teams did he play for?
More than 2.
It's getting worse. Was he a winner?
Has a 53% career winning percentage, career record.
What I don't understand is if it's that obvious, why is it taking so long?
Non-Super Bowl.
So you didn't win a Super Bowl. So that still leaves.
I'll say that doesn't help you a ton.
No, it could still be Ryan. It could still be Flutie. It could still be.
I'll give you a 3-time Pro Bowler.
Huh.
I mean, I can tell you he made a Super Bowl, but that doesn't help you out a ton either.
How many career games?
I don't have career games. He played 17 seasons.
Oh, it's Matt Hasselbeck.
It is Matt Hasselbeck at 65.
Let's go.
Where's the foul?
Matt Hasselbeck at 65.
Stop playing with me, Ravi. Stop playing with me.
I mean, I can't. You literally told me to play.
Let's
this game.
go.
I'll give you number 68.
That's not even a steak, though.
Nah, $10 is like barely fast food.
No, 45.
Oh yeah, still.
That's not even a. It's not even like a 4-ounce fillet.
You could get your $35 surf and turf out in.
That's just wrong. That's just wrong.
I'm sorry. I know that hurt you.
The restaurant was fantastic, and I was the only one that ordered the wrong thing.
You're the only one that missed.
And why would you give me different scallops than you gave? Ben's had these. His scallops were about the diameter of that Coke can. Mine were like a quarter.
Yeah, that's not great. That's not great.
Well, I mean, you gave me these little baby bays, and he got the divers, or what are we doing here? All right, what number is it? 60?
Number 68. Stanford.
Oh, geez. They got to have several. Too high for Luck, or too low for Luck. Definitely too low for Elway.
Yeah, Elway's in the top 10.
God, he is?
Yeah.
What's the winning percentage?
Winning percentage right at 50 on the dot.
How many career games?
144.
Can I use my calculator?
Yeah.
144 divided by 16 is only 9 seasons. Was he a guy that could have played 14? So 14 would be almost 11 seasons. All right.
Come on, math, you dick.
So he
Counting fucks.
Wow. Super Bowl winner?
Yes.
Stanford.
Mm-hmm. So I just eliminated Luck for you.
Yep. And which would be too low for him or high? How do you rate when a guy is too close to the bottom of the list?
I say low.
Okay,
like it's too low.
Okay, 65 would be too low for.
Because I think of
Luck.
one.
Yeah.
Low.
I got you.
Yeah. Luck isn't far off of here, number wise. He's not far off from 68.
Really?
Luck's at 55.
So this guy's only 13 spots behind Luck?
I think the Super Bowl is doing a lot of work here.
How many teams?
More than 2.
Oh, I got it. Is this for $10?
Sure.
Really?
Can we do 15? Because the 5 on the end is driving me crazy.
Yep, 15.
The
Yeah,
drive,
I'd love to get to 16.
The 5 on the end is driving me crazy.
Yep.
If I'm being honest.
Is this for 15?
Sure.
Jim Plunkett.
It is Jim Plunkett.
2 Super Bowls.
I know. I wasn't going to tell him multiple because that makes it too easy.
Yeah.
His numbers are terrible.
You guys, I'm telling you, pick me for your sports Jeopardy.
His numbers are terrible.
Yeah. So there's 2 things. The 50% win percentage.
Yeah.
And the 140, like that's Plunkett, much like Shane, plug your ears.
All those
Much like
quarterbacks were
Stabler.
terrible.
2 of the most overrated quarterbacks historically in all of NFL.
You want to know?
You got to
what,
throw Terry in there.
you want to know what his?
I wouldn't. So Terry's not. Yes, He's significantly better than Plunkett.
But all those quarterbacks all have the
historically
same.
overrated.
Yeah.
But historically
All
overrated.
those quarterbacks from that time period basically have the same stats.
All right.
So here's Jim Pluggin's career stats: 164 to 198 touchdown interception ratio.
Incredible.
52.5%.
And he's an HOFer.
I mean, he's got to be.
Plunkett's a Hall of Famer, right?
Yeah.
With more interceptions than touchdowns.
He's got 2 Super Bowls.
So I believe Bradshaw's upside down too.
Bradshaw
Career.
might be dead even. He might be like a 272, 272, or 272, 284.
I thought he was upside down. Let me check. He's. You're right. He's dead even.
Yeah. That's my dude. I know.
212, 210.
Yeah.
A lot of those guys are in that neighborhood
Dude,
of
is my brain scary?
Well, not the memory. It's more of the disemboweling that concerns me about your brain.
I was getting some chicken out of the bag yesterday.
Yeah.
Because it was marinating in the Chipotle adobo thing. And I was putting on gloves because I wanted to get in. I didn't vacuum seal them because when you vacuum seal wet things, it can get messy. And I just cleaned my vacuum sealer. And I was putting on the gloves. And I was like, oh.
Jim Pluggett's not a Hall of Famer, by the way.
You can't put these. These would be the last rubber gloves I would use if I wanted to do anything conspicuous.
He should be.
They took me 5 minutes to put on. I need, where are the other ones? I need to ask Brett. He gives me rubber gloves because he has to take care of Zane. All right, give me one more.
All right, one more. Let's find a good one here. What range would you like it in? I'll give you a 50 to 30.
Okay.
50 to 30. Let's see where we're at here. So Bradshaw's at 15, by the way.
Way too high.
I'm telling you, the list is so much worse than you think it is. The historical quarterbacks are so much. This is why I wanted to do this, because the history of quarterback play in this league is so much worse than we think it is.
We're going to get into this after I get this next one.
All right, 30.
Is this money or no money?
Let me see if I can find one that I like.
How is Andrew Luck only 55? People talk about him like he was Montana.
Short career, no Super Bowls, no MVPs.
Okay, makes sense. Short career.
Yeah, it's tough. All right, let's see what we got here. Len Dawson at 29.
It's too high.
Let's see what we got. Let me see if I can. I have to look up the college for this guy.
Oh, then I'm not going to get it.
It's a different era. You probably will still.
Okay.
I'm not. I think I know where he went to college, but I'm not 100% sure. I need to, rush.
Kind of like this game.
Ooh, okay. This is a good one.
We got
Alabama.
What number?
Good question. He is at 30. He played about 150 games as well.
Can I ask a friend?
Sure.
Suave, can you hear me? I just need clarity.
Hello.
How many quarterbacks from Alabama are on the list?
Oh, I have no idea.
Now, if he'd have known that, I'd have left. I mean, that would have been.
If I would have done colleges. I didn't. I'm sorry.
No, the number of teams is good. Alabama. There's got to be.
There's
6 on the list.
There's several that I know of off the top of my head just from looking at the list. This might be the highest. This might be the highest.
Oh, so many come to mind. You've got Namath. You've got sorry-ass Stabler. You've got sucky Hurts. Hurts isn't sucky. You've got, boy.
I prefer Super Stabler.
You don't like sucky Stabler?
Not so much.
What number is this?
30.
Oh, man. So they think this guy's pretty good.
Yep. They sure do.
Win percentage.
Let's see.
Is this for money?
You want it to be a 10 instead of a 20?
Yeah, 10's good.
Okay.
10 puts me at 60, right?
No, 70 because we just did 60.
Let's go.
10, 11, 12.
That means, hey, so I can get, I know what I'd get, but I'm still eating by myself.
65.8% winning. So he's a winner.
Oh, shoot, he wins.
Yeah, he won a lot.
I get 2 clues. Is that one?
That's one.
All right. Okay. I need a disqualifier. So I have to be careful here. You might not give me this one.
Okay.
How many interceptions did he throw?
I'm not telling you that.
That would give me longevity.
That's too specific.
Okay. How many? Ooh, that might not do it. Oh, yeah. It could differentiate between these 3. How many teams did he play for?
More than 2.
I hate your answer.
That's been the answer for all of them. I'm not changing it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a 3 or 4.
Oh, it's 50-50.
If it's the 2 I think you're thinking of, they're very close in the rankings also.
Probably a number 2.
It's the 2 I'm thinking of.
Yeah, they're very close in the rankings.
And I think they're both grossly overrated.
Correct.
I could just kiss you. This is only $10?
Yeah.
Just gets me to 70.
Or down to 50.
Oh, boy. Okay. I'm going. What was the win percentage?
65.
Stabler.
It is Ken Stabler.
Let's go.
You want to know why I didn't give you his touchdowns and interceptions?
Because if it was in the 2s, I would know.
Yeah, 194 to 222.
Yeah.
Although that might not have disqualified him from Namath. Let me look at Namath.
Well, he has to have a significantly higher win percentage than Namath.
So that, yeah, I imagine would be the differentiator. Yeah, Namath is sub 50 winning percentage.
Yep.
They do have almost the exact same. He had 220 interceptions. Stabler 222.
Oh yeah, that could have got me.
Stabler had 20 more touchdowns, but almost the exact number of interceptions. Stabler's completion percentage was actually relatively high for the era. He was almost at 60.
Dude, you must be loaded. You're just giving away money.
I mean, you're not going to cash out for like a year. It doesn't matter.
That's about right. Although if I get Cole Payton,
it is about once. Yeah, Cole Payton gets you 20 for a second round pick.
And I'm at 70.
Yes, I get you 90.
Let's go 70.
I know how many people are in your
Some
family.
of this is hard. Hey, so can I see the list now? Rico,
Yeah.
Can you put the list up?
Pop the list up, Rico, please.
All right. So everybody can see this, not just us, right?
Yeah, they should be able to see it.
Brady Montana. Okay. This is a hot take.
You think Manning's overrated? I know that.
I do.
Yeah, I know that. I think you're wrong, but that's fine. I mean, we're like maybe 3's high, but like definitely in the top 10, yes?
Yes.
Okay. I'd probably put...
I also think France Arlington is overrated.
That's fair. I think Steve Young is underrated personally, but he doesn't have the longevity of some of these guys. Steve Young was phenomenal. You all right? You gonna be okay?
I'm gonna say this.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna keep it pushing.
Okay.
Every day that ends in Y, I'm taking Steve Young over Peyton Manning.
I'm not going to argue there.
Steve Young is one of the best quarterbacks
we've ever seen,
that I've ever watched play.
Can you imagine him in a modern offense?
He would terrorize the league.
He would so good. Like I'm a huge Steve Young guy.
I feel like Peyton Manning is giving me Jeremiah Smith vibes. They're really good.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying,
definitely top 10. Definitely.
He just isn't top 5 all time.
Can I tell you this? Brett Favre, way overrated. At 7.
Favre's at 7?
Way overrated. Give me Breeze. Give me Young. Give me Marino. Give me Johnny U.
Do you know who's not as good as I thought?
Who?
And I talk about him a ton, primarily because my mom likes him.
Who?
Warren Moon threw to the other team a lot. Now, he did play on some bad teams.
Yeah, he did.
But I just loved him as a thrower, and he was, he looked like me, so I was like, ooh, I like Warren.
He's a guy that would also do better in a modern.
But
offense.
I think revisionist history says his numbers are better than they are.
291, 233. Touchdown interceptions.
But God, could he spin it?
So I think he's a guy that would have benefited from a modern offense as well. He would have. His numbers would be.
How is Favre 7? Breeze 8?
I mean, I'd take 9. I would take 8, 9, 10, 11 over Favre for sure.
All right, so Liquid, when so you're getting all our Bleacher Report guys, right? I was looking through all the group texts.
Yeah, I
Who
asked
can
him.
best help us? Not our guy until Monday.
He was part of it.
Yeah. I got questions.
I do too, but this is why I'm fascinated. We're going to talk to Brian Edwards here in a little bit. This is why I'm fascinated by this, because we went through this. You named off a bunch of guys. Hey, they include this guy. They include this guy. Any egregious misses? There's a Grogan. I think was the only one I couldn't find. Is Grogan an egregious miss?
I'm quickly scanning. This is so small I can't even read it.
By the way, I wouldn't have guessed Hostetler for the 7th Raider.
They gave him a lot of credit for the Super Bowl, I think.
Vinny Testaverde's on the list. So what about a guy? I'm just looking for Hurts has got to be on here, right?
He's on there. Yep. He is. Where'd he go? He's in the 70s. He is 75. There's not a lot of active guys on here.
Okay.
Justin Herbert was a weird inclusion, I thought.
How is Josh Allen 35th? Are we being serious here?
Joe Burrow is here. Where did Burrow go?
Is Burrow ahead or behind
Burrow's
Josh Allen?
behind Josh Allen, but I think that's an injury thing. He just doesn't have as much of a resume at this point. Mahomes is obviously at 4.
Dak Prescott at 59? You guys are going to – Dak's going to age well.
He is going to age well.
Dak's going to age well. I hate honking for a Cowboy, but Dak is legit. Dak is going to age well.
So this is like I'm fascinated. Who are we talking to on Monday, Shane?
Jackie Moon.
Soboleski.
So
do you know I turned that movie off and everybody quotes from it? I may have to go back and get it.
It's fine. There's like a couple really quotable things, but it's not a great movie.
Don't go back and get it.
You probably don't need to. Anything that's worth seeing, you probably have seen on TikTok, or you can find on TikTok. You probably don't need to watch the whole thing.
So that's actually where it got my attention.
So
how about Warner at 18? Is Warner ahead or behind Aikman?
He's one spot ahead.
Shouldn't Stafford be ahead of Warner?
I think Stafford has the 1 league MVP now.
Yeah, Stafford is pretty prolific.
He is.
Look at his numbers.
Yeah. I think they're grading some of the numbers on a curve based on era, which makes sense.
Yeah, that's kind of what I want to know, right?
Which makes
because
sense.
what's the NFL stat? Is it DVO?
DVOA?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
like era
that
adjusted?
factors in eras?
I think so. I think that's the one.
Although I don't like what they're doing in Seattle, so I don't know how much I believe in DVOA because they're acting like this Seattle team is like top 3, 4, 5 of all time. But should Stafford be ahead of Warner?
What number Stafford? I mean, they're all in the same group. I don't have a huge problem.
No, but I don't care if they're close. But the closer they are, the easier it is for me to defend.
Sure, yeah. I mean, if you put Stafford at 18 and Warner at 20,
I'm taking Stafford over Warner every day that ends in 1.
As a quarterback, yes. Like I don't know if. So that's the other thing I want to know is like, are they going by how they played the position? Are they going by resume? How much did they weigh those things?
Yeah.
You know, because like that's one of the things.
Kenny Testaverde's like 73. This list is incredible. I'm now figuring out how to blow it up.
So here's the thing, like Kenny, I understand. Craig Morton's on here. He is.
I asked about him earlier.
Yeah, he's at 96, guys. Here's the thing that I get. You're like, oh, Testaverde's not that good. Whatever. Who replaces him? If they're doing 99, who replaces Testaverde?
How is Tannehill on the list?
That's why that's where the rabbit hole started. Immediately as soon as I saw it, I was like,
This is fascinating.
There's no bleeping way that Ryan Tannehill is the 99th best quarterback in NFL history. And then I went down the list, and then I tried to go through my Rolodex, and I'm like, I don't think they're missing anyone that is obviously better.
99 is a lot, though, historically.
It is, but how many? We're talking 100 years of football? 80 at least? 80?
Yeah, but I mean,
a
whole decade or a whole century almost weeds itself out.
Yeah. I just mean like there's been a lot of quarterbacks that I think we tend to think more highly of, but there's not that many of them.
Yeah.
Like there's not that many great quarterbacks. This is the thing that I was stunned by, is there's just not that many great quarterbacks in league history.
Yeah.
You fall off a cliff in a hurry.
This is fascinating.
Like you fall off a cliff in a hurry.
I'm excited for free agency.
Like this list was very eye-opening for me.
So you think Tua gets cut?
Yeah. They're not going to deal with
Okay,
that.
Murray gets cut?
Yeah.
Cousins already got cut.
Yep.
Any other potential? All right, so we went through the quarterbacks yesterday.
Yeah, we blind ranked a few of them.
Anthony Richardson get cut?
Well, he would like to be traded. He requested a trade, which I'm sure will work out great. I'm sure who's trading for Anthony Richardson? Like he probably ends up getting cut. Yes, to answer your question. I don't think there's a trade market for Anthony Richardson right now.
I'm just looking at potential quarterbacks. JJ McCarthy get cut?
Not yet, no.
Are you okay with cutting a guy on the rookie deal?
Yes, but not.
If you're the Vikings, do you move off of McCarthy?
I think you might bring somebody else in to compete.
You can trade him.
But yeah, you're trading, you're selling low though. Like that's tough. Like you spent a first round draft pick on that guy not that long ago. Because Richardson's still on his rookie deal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't have a problem cutting him. But I feel like we've seen enough out of Richardson to be like, that's not it. Like that's not happening. At least not.
I think these guys should help me get a quarterback.
At least not where they're at. I mean, you're gonna have some options. You may not love all of them, but you've got some options. You'll have. I mean, it's not a foregone conclusion that Daniel Jones re-signs with the Colts. I know they're working on a deal, but like if you're the Steelers and you say, hey, we're going to give, which I'm not sure I would do this, but you could go in and say, hey, we're going to give more guaranteed money to Daniel Jones. If that's the guy.
I would take Daniel Jones, though.
I know.
I would take Daniel Jones over.
But
I would take Daniel Jones over a lot of guys.
At what number, though? That because you're going to have to outpay the Colts because the Colts want him back. So that's the part where he's like, do I want to get in a bidding war for Daniel Jones? That's a different conversation than do I want to take a chance on Murray, who's basically free.
I mean, Kyler's going to have to take a pay cut.
For sure.
Tua's going to take a pay cut.
Yeah.
Those are all guys that got signed a year too early.
Yeah. Which, by the way, goes back to my thing from like a year ago. It's like, you don't have to pay these guys.
Yeah, that market's going to shift.
It has to. You can't pay guys like that what they got paid. You can't.
That market's going to shift. You just can't have a quarterback 25% of your cap.
Not if they're not Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson or somebody like that. You can't do it.
That's a fascinating list.
I was stunned. I was floored.
So okay, so if Michigan, because I see Killjam's asking about McCarthy too. If Minnesota move TV, you're gonna get Rodgers back in your Is that funny, Shane? You guys.
A little bit.
I'm just going to say this.
Yeah. What do you mean you guys?
I get it. Kobe gets me. It's fine. I rocked with Kobe before everybody. He's officially turned on me. You guys now love him. Let the record show.
You were in on him first.
When this thing first started, I don't know about Kobe. Do we block Kobe? Well, Kobe said this, and I don't know about that. I say he's fine, guys. And now Numbnuts over here is the biggest hand job giver ever with Kobe. It's like you didn't even know what we were supposed to do with him because he kept cussing in caps and you were terrified. Now he's your boy. That's why you got to get in early.
So what am I supposed to do? Give him the finger?
You got to get in early. Got to be able to ride the wave.
Unless you're trying to sign a quarterback, then don't get in early. That's what we learned with Tua and Kyler. Don't get in early on the quarterback.
Hey, these guys are getting Lawrence got his deal done early.
Yeah. They got lucky there. They got lucky that when they paid him, like he's appears to be functional again with Liam. But like Trevor Lawrence shouldn't be making what he's making for what he's produced. Like he's overpaid for what he's done.
Yeah, I don't know. Jacksonville's going to be pretty good.
Yeah, he may not be overpaid for what he's about to do, but for the 3.
Yeah, but sometimes isn't that what's the business model where you pay guys?
You don't pay guys for past production. You pay them for future performance.
Yeah.
But
that's how you stay ahead of the game.
Yeah, it's also how you lose a lot of money sometimes because you guess wrong. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not out here trying to be like, hey, let's be the Angels and pay Albert Pujols $250 million.
I don't want Rodgers back.
No,
I don't.
I can't imagine why you would.
But I would. I don't know. I'm more than willing to take shots here.
Would you take McCarthy?
Yeah.
Was that who you were going to say?
No, but I would.
Yeah. I mean, I understand taking a flyer on McCarthy.
Like, some of it is coaching.
Yeah.
And I get it. KOC was this guy, is a great coach, but KOC didn't want him. So should I say, oh, man, O'Connell's really good with quarterbacks. But they moved off of flipping Darnold, too, and maybe that was Kwesi. Queasy. I'm feeling a little queasy.
Kwasi? Croissant?
It's queasy.
Oh. Queen Latifah?
I would take a young
You take a shot on somebody
that could get coached up.
A young QB that could get coached up?
Taking 9 over. Who's 9?
I don't know.
Wait, let me think. Oh, McCarthy. He's got to be talking about McCarthy.
Oh. Yeah. No, I mean.
No.
I don't think it's insane.
That's not.
I don't think that's insane.
He has to change roles in my draft. He can't be he's too emotional to be my GM. He would be making knee-jerk emotional decisions. Buy the damn Tacoma! No, man, he can't. He can't be my GM.
Funky Giblets kind of gets to my point here. He says, just judging off the all-time list, it seems like more than likely whoever you get, it's just going to be okay. Like, it's going to be just okay, not like it's going to be all right.
But so I would like a little upside potential, though.
Sure, which is why
I don't want a cut stop. Look at right on cue. 2026 Steelers win total
8.5.
8.5.
What the hook gonna be? Speaking of hook,
why do they keep talking about the Steelers on here though?
Always, they're obsessed with them. They're living rent free. Speaking of catching the hook, though, let's take a quick break here. We're gonna talk to Brian Edwards, our Vegas insider from Major Wager. That's DBM Ravi Lulla. Let's hear that Sports Live.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, first of all, give credit to Iowa. I thought they really got underneath us. Their physicality overwhelmed us. You looked at the first half, 19-6 on the glass. It's, and we're down 5 points. We were still within 2 possessions. And, listen, when they take away passes like that, somebody's got to put the ball on the deck and make a play. The few shots we did get, we unfortunately didn't knock them down. And, again, they made the necessary plays to win the game. Yeah, it's a will, Robin. I mean, you got to find a way to get them off you, curls, that kind of thing. We did a solid job getting it into rink a couple times on a couple switches. But, yeah, you got to listen. When you see pressure, your eyes should light up. And we just did not handle it well at all tonight.
They get up in you and they swipe at the ball and they get a lot of deflections in that way. So we knew that going in, but I think we didn't really handle it that well at times. So we knew what their game plan was, but we should have played a little bit better towards our game plan. I think we didn't execute that well with some parts of our game plan. I think teams have seen that we share the ball really well, and their game plans are structured towards making us play more 1-1. We saw that with Northwestern. We saw that again in this game. We gotta work on getting back to sharing it the way we know we can, and I think we kind of know what teams' game plans against us are now. So we gotta do a better job of playing into that and still playing towards our strengths.
You're listening to Hurrdat Sports Live.
Welcome back, Hurrdat Sports Live. That's DBM Ravi Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports Bar and Grill. We are not going to have Brian Edwards this week. He's on the move, so we will catch up with him next week. But
he's going to Oxford,
Mississippi.
Yeah.
Well, he could be going to England. I don't know. Maybe he's a big Premier League guy.
Brian Strike is a big overseas European guy.
You never know. People surprise you.
Shane back next week though. He's good. He said, "I'm in the car, fellas." What is he carpooling? Other people talk in the car. He just has to read his notes.
He would just have to read his notes. I don't know if we want Brian reading and driving at the same time.
That's a good point.
Would have been a lot funnier if you were just like, I don't know if you want Brian reading.
Can I get back to something in the NFL real quick?
Yeah.
Because I want to get to Cronin.
Yeah.
How you feel about? And I asked this a couple months ago.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, hey, you think Pickens is the type of guy that can handle a tag?
And what did I say?
No.
Absolutely not. What are they going to try and do?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
It's like Jerry Jones has such a terrible feel on the kind of emotional state of his players and what his negotiating tactics, I don't think he looks at them as people.
Do you believe the reports that Minnesota is entertaining moving off of Justin Jefferson?
Yeah, I kind of believe it.
Shane, do you remember? He probably don't. We had I had a segment or two with the guy that we just had on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, hey, the Minnesota's in a weird spot because they're going to pay Justin Jefferson before they get their quarterback.
Mm-hmm. Which is a weird place to be.
And now they're back, especially if they move off of McCarthy.
Mm-hmm.
Would Minnesota move off of Justin Jefferson and J.J. McCarthy?
If you are, you're basically admitting, hey, this is a full reset, rebuild, we're starting over. That's what you're saying, essentially. We're clearing as much cap as possible.
You understand if you do that in your division, the three teams ahead of you could make the case they're getting better. I don't know how you feel about Green Bay. Defense regress.
Mm-hmm.
Special teams is still a bleep hole.
I'm not a Jordan Love guy.
They moved off Bisaccia, but
Mm-hmm.
their special teams has been bad, so I don't know if that's the fix. Defense was better on paper than it played this past year.
Mm-hmm.
Parsons coming off an injury.
Do you believe in a Lions?
Detroit will be better because
I believe in a bounce back.
Well, they'll be healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
you were down to your 27th tight end.
I am a little. I'm interested in watching.
If I'm Detroit, they should have. What are you going to do with Jameson Williams?
I don't know.
He shows you flashes, and you're like, "Ooh, he's that dude." And then it's like, "Oh man,
there's nothing scary.
I wouldn't throw him a donut."
There's nothing scarier. Well, not nothing. One of the scariest things in the NFL is paying a sometimes flashes wide receiver because they command a lot of money.
Are you moving off Ayuk?
The 49ers, yeah, they're 100% are. They said that in season. They're like, we're not. I don't know what to do with him. If I'm the rest of the league, I don't know what to do with him because he basically just decided not to play. He quit. He could have come back and he decided that wasn't happening.
Jibs, if you tag and bag Pickens, you're going to have to take what comes with that.
There's some guys.
He's going to need some assurances that you're going to get him a deal done.
They're just not wired that way. Kirk Cousins,
because if you get hurt on a tag year,
Dunzo.
Man.
I'll give Kirk Cousins all the credit in the world. That dude played out multiple tag years in Washington. It was like, you don't want to pay me long term, that's fine. I'll keep balling.
Yeah, they were paying that guy. What is the average? $27 million?
Yeah, on tags.
Tags.
Yeah, and then it went up because he got tagged again.
I was like, good, nice work.
I will give him all the credit because that dude's like, fine, I'll prove it. I will prove it until somebody pays me.
Then you got the monster deal
from
the ATL.
Well, and he got a pretty good deal in Minnesota when he went over too. Yeah. That man has
made a ton of money.
He absolutely has, and he's had to prove it everywhere along the way. I give him a lot of credit. For whatever you think of Kirk Cousins, I give him a lot of credit.
More or less than $300 million.
I think it's going to be just under. I'd say like 270.
Kirk Cousins career earnings.
I'd say like 270. Yeah, I feel good about that. Now, I don't know how much of that was guaranteed versus not, but I think about 270.
Cousins signed a fully guaranteed 3-year contract with Minnesota worth $84 million in 2018. His total career earnings, including the previous contracts, exceed $240 million.
Wow. My man's got paid.
Wow. Career earnings after this year.
Yeah.
Because he's going to be a $24.6 million cap hit.
Yep.
I missed a year. Career earnings will be $320 million.
My man's got paid. But
You
there's
want
some.
you know what the exact number on Sport Tech?
Yeah.
321, 692, 254.
Like that.
321, 692, 254. Those 3 number increments have commas.
Not periods.
Bruh.
I.
2026 cap hit, 24.6, which is still somehow $4.5 million less than Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
And I still would take Kyler Murray.
I mean,
I know, Kobe. I'm going to get
I understand
Aaron
liking
Rodgers and like it.
I understand liking the upside of Kyler Murray. I understand that. I understand wanting to take a shot at somebody that's not 45 years old. I get it. I don't have any problem wanting to move off Rodgers. That makes total sense to me.
And I need some hope that you're not just doing, because McCarthy already oozes safe. I don't want safe.
Yeah, you got to take a swing.
Like
at some point, you got to
swing at this thing.
At some point, you got to swing. Otherwise, it's why did you fire Tomlin?
And Khan is aggressive.
Like, if you're not going to take a swing, why fire Tomlin? Like, or why
what has
allow
Kyler shown that makes him intriguing? He's talented and he's young. He takes relatively good care of the football, and he doesn't need elite level pass protection.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know why. Like, I don't get it, and it's a fair question.
Murray's numbers are better than we think.
Is anybody studying a random?
No, I know,
player
but
like
I mean,
Kyler Murray more than me.
The Royal they're better than
They're
he is
significantly better than we. What's his total QBR is in the mid to high 80s.
Let's see here.
Career wise, he's like an 85 guy.
QB rating is 92. Career QB rating.
Come on, man.
QBR is lower, but I don't remember the scale.
QBR is tough.
Yeah, that's a different scale, and I don't remember exactly.
QBR's tough.
But his QB rating is 92 too. What would you guess his touchdown to interception ratio is?
It's 3 to 1.
It's right at 2 to 1. 121 to 60.
Okay.
He's at 67% completion for his career.
Yeah, like.
Now, hold on. Let me get to some rushing stats because those matter here.
We talk about Kyler. I don't know, Jibs. Like, that's the thing, and maybe the culture will help.
He's got 32 career rushing touchdowns as well.
But listen, if I'm some of these teams, and I love Watt, and I know they gave him the friendly deal last year before the season with TJ, but between Hendricks and TJ Watt and who's the other good? Crosby.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. Like, put a deal together. And I'm not saying for Murray. Like, I would be devastated if the Steelers moved off of
Watt for Murray
in a deal for a quarterback. Like, unless it was Burrow.
I would say, what if it was Burrow?
But I mean, Burrow's got a one out of Cincinnati.
I think he would listen.
Well, I think they brought Zach Taylor back because of it. I mean, it's a legit question with Kyler Murray that Carol asked, because I think the general consensus is nobody spends a ton of time watching the Cardinals.
Nor should they. I mean, you don't have a good.
So, I mean, it's fair.
Yeah,
it's not a bad question.
I do wonder though. I always wonder.
We just built this narrative that the dude plays video games, and isn't good at his job. I don't know if he loves ball though, Jibs. The culture, what you ask of him.
Mm-hmm.
May bring the best out of him. And I still think the most important relationship in the NFL is an OC and his quarterback.
Carol, he started 17 games in 2024, to answer your question.
And he should have got comeback player of the year when they gave it to Flaccid in 2023.
Mm-hmm. He actually finished in the top 10 of comeback player of the year.
Their numbers were comparable, and Kyler Murray played more games.
He's played basically full seasons in 4 of his 7.
So so what Corn Raider said is interesting. So you guys got to be careful if you move off of Dak. Dak is really good.
Yeah.
People hate on Dak.
He is much harder to replace than people think.
He's low maintenance. He's a super leader. He deflects.
Incredibly productive. Incredibly productive.
I don't know, man.
You know the Dak Prescott numbers? Because they're way better than people think.
Dak Prescott has to take the mic every week after a Jerry Jones radio show.
Mm-hmm.
Like that alone.
The maturity's off the charts.
Just his leadership.
Yeah, off the charts. He is. So Dak Prescott is 67% career completion percentage.
He had the one bad interception year where he threw he led the league maybe
15.
Was it 15?
15 interceptions.
Okay.
23 to 15.
Okay.
What's his ratio? He is career 243 to 92.
Man, I do cartwheels to get Dak in Dallas.
Would you trade Watt for Dak?
No, Kobe. I get the whole one thing, but nobody insert quarterback in Dallas. I'd take Romo, and he didn't win anything either.
83 and 55.
We forget, man. Rodgers only has the one Super Bowl.
I don't forget. I never forget. 83 and 55 is a pretty good record. 83 and 50.
At what price, Raider? Yeah, probably. I would pay Dak what he's getting paid now. I would.
Would you trade Watt?
You don't even have to do gun to head.
Would you trade Watt for him?
You're going to have to package it because he's a quarterback. So you're going to have to give up Watt and
probably a first.
No, that'd be fleecing. That's extortion.
Would you give up Watt and a first for Burrow?
What's Watt? 29?
Let me check. Dak, for the record, is 32.
Yeah, I know. That Dak is older than we think.
That's about, I would have thought early 30s. He's been around a while. He's been around a while.
A long time since Mississippi State and getting into fights on the beach.
TJ's 31.
Okay.
So he's a little older. He'll be 32 in October. So for an edge rusher, that's back half of prime, for sure.
I don't know. What good team would you say? The year that Dak got hurt in the playoffs, maybe. Was that the playoffs he broke his leg? Was that his best team? Kobe, what good teams do you think?
He hasn't performed with? He has so his first year as a starter, they went 13-3. That was 2016.
That was the monster Zeke year?
Yep. Yeah, that was the first year Zeke was out of college. And then his best year, he was really good that year. His best year after that and Dallas's best year was 2023 when they went 12-5.
I don't know about really good teams.
They haven't had any really good teams. 9-7, 10-6, 8-8, 2-3. He got hurt. 11-5, 8-4, 12-5, 3-5, 7-9-1.
I don't know. I think Dak is significantly better than the criticisms.
I would agree.
No, Corn Raider, everybody would trade Dak for Burrow. To be honest. When Burrow was intimating last year, and I just told you, just knowing he's just different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's wired different.
I was like, ooh, gosh, please ask your way out of.
Oh, I'd love that.
Cincy.
I love Burrow. If he could play somewhere functional, I'd be thrilled.
Because Burrow is the type of dude that would pull an Andrew Luck. I'm just telling you.
Just be like, I don't need this.
Yes.
That would be.
And I think the Bengals did not want to go through hiring another coach, so they kept the familiarity with Zach and Joe from a camaraderie standpoint. But
are the Bengals going to have 2 franchise quarterbacks retire just to get away from their franchise?
Yeah, I do. TB Remodelers is talking about when I was talking about getting whooped on the beach. He got jumped. He's running his mouth.
Gotta watch out.
That was I think it was right before his rookie season. Before the draft.
We have BRUNTZ, by the way. He's ready now.
Oh, did he do the donut? Wait, is it donut or cookies? What did the cool kids say?
Donut is the new one in the parking lot.
Okay.
I think.
All right, let's talk to BRUNTZ.
We've got Michael BRUNTZ, Husker 24/7, joining us now. Michael BRUNTZ, how are we doing this morning?
Not bad. There's another thing they're called in Iowa, but I don't think I can say it on your show. So it's.
You can say anything on our show.
So many expletives get dropped on this show. It's not
What,
even.
I believe it's whipping shitties is what it's called.
Oh,
did you pull one of those to park today?
Yeah, I threw it in reverse. Did the back end thing. So,
Oh,
how are you guys doing?
but you do defy the stereotype back end guy. Like you don't.
Oh, I don't. I'm not like. Here's one of my pet peeves. Since you asked.
I mean, kind of.
Yeah, let it fly.
You got there. So, I dislike with the passion of 1,000 burning suns whenever you're trying to park at a sporting event, and you're in a parking garage in particular. This happens a lot in Lincoln, usually around basketball games, and everybody is like backing into the damn spot, like, and you're just backing up. You're down the ramp. It's like a 20-minute ordeal to park because everybody's got to turn their freaking truck around and back into every spot, and like it doesn't need to happen that way. It just drives me insane. Like, just park your damn car. Like,
anecdotally and infamously, a lot of trucks, which is why I said you defy the backing in kind of stereotype.
Yeah, no, it's.
Are you a pull through guy in parking and grocery store?
No.
Oh, you're just a good little rule follower.
I am. I've
what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. I crave efficiency, and that's what I'm after. So it just drives the backing in just drives me insane. So
the least surprising thing ever. That should be a T-shirt.
What?
I crave efficiency. I mean, that is just Bruntzian.
That's why he's a A's fan. He's a Moneyball guy.
It's funny too because BC said you're an extraordinary travel partner.
I probably am. He doesn't get all the work behind the scenes to make everything happen.
I probably am. I mean, I am. All right, Bruntz. Are we? I asked this to Kevin Suits the other day, and you're so pragmatic. I can't wait. Are you 24-4? Are you closer to the Aaron Rodgers relax, or I don't know? This is kind of concerning down the stretch.
I mean, I think up until the Iowa game, I was fairly pragmatic about it. I mean, everything's still in front of them. Like, I think that's the thing that people need to remember. I think it's okay to be a little bit concerned about what you're seeing on the offensive end right now. I think I don't think that's out of bounds. I'm not clutching pearls or anything, but I do think there is after 20 plus games of this season, I think you're starting to see a little bit of a consistent approach to playing Nebraska defensively in certain areas. And I think Nebraska's got to kind of get its mojo back on the offensive end. I mean, I think they'll be fine. Like, I think you've got 2 games, not to go all like, Indiana football. I mean, you've got some winnable games here over the next 2 to kind of get your mojo back for the final stretch. But I think the Iowa game was just a little bit concerning with just how kind of clunky it looked in the second half, or in particular. So, am I super concerned? No, because you look at the teams that they've lost to and the way that they've lost to them. I think they're pretty excusable, but I do think there needs, you kind of hit that point in the season where it's been a grind. You do kind of wonder if guys are getting worn down a little bit, and you just got to kind of reset the deck a little bit and find kind of what you can do to get back to the way you're playing offense like in January. Because I think it's just been a little bit surprisingly clunky at times the last few times out.
Where would you start offensively if you said, "Hey, I want to look like they did earlier in the season"? Like, what's the variable number one that Michael BRUNTZ is looking at?
Yeah, I mean, it feels like at times, and I don't know if it's Frager still with the ankle, or
I don't think that's it.
Or guys just not, kind of taking their their chance when they get it. It just doesn't. Like, you need somebody that can just go to the basket and make a play. Like, I think teams have kind of figured out that you can be, overly aggressive with rink. I think you can. I mean, the Big Ten's not going to call stuff away from the ball to the way that Nebraska would like them to. Fred's been aggressive in post game about it as much as he can be. I don't think you're gonna get a lot of those, and you just kind of have to adapt. I mean, that's just the way it is. But I don't know if it's Frager, I don't know if it's Lawrence, I don't know if it's Sam or somebody, but you got to just be able to find a way to get to the basket and get a bucket. And that was the thing that in the past, I mean, where you really loved having a guy like Bryce Williams, because when you needed a basket, he could go and get you one. And it just feels like you don't have that one kind of consistent guy right now. Maybe you do, but maybe you need to empower those guys to do that a little bit more, because that's when you start doing that stuff, it opens up the 3-point line a little bit more, and it's felt way too tough on offense for them. And I think that's just the thing that they've been lacking a little bit. I mean, when without having to draw something up, without having to really run through your sets, I mean, can you just get a guy that goes out there and makes a play? That's where I'd start.
BRUNTZ, as you're looking at, you mentioned Braden Frager, as you're looking at the way he's played since he came back from the ankle, at what point do you say, hey, like, he's obviously struggling a little bit on defense, hasn't brought the offensive punch that he did earlier in the season either. Like, at what point do you have to maybe start adjusting those minutes, or is it like, hey, we have to ride this out, we can't win at the level we want to without a good version of him?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know where you go with the minutes if it's not him. I mean, I think that's kind of the tough part. I mean, do you a little bit more Garcia in small doses? I mean, does that help you a little bit?
Defensively, maybe. Offensively, certainly not, but maybe.
No, I mean, there's not like a perfect answer. And I think that's where, you're up against it a little bit. I mean, you have a really tight rotation, and I think Fred likes that. But I mean, I think, Frager's been a guy for you all year. I think you just kind of have to ride it a little bit. I mean, I don't know that there's like a ready-made answer of like, this is what we do to pivot when he's obviously kind of going through it. And I think probably, I mean, you're deep into this season. There's good coaches in this league. I mean, guys have seen 20 plus games of him. The ankle, is part of it, I think. But I mean, I think you've also just seen teams kind of adjust a little bit to how they're playing and choosing to guard Nebraska. And I think Frager's, and his struggles, I think, are kind of baked into that.
Hey, so BRUNTZ, and maybe it's the number of guys on the, playing, or maybe it's the lack of a helmet, but football seems to be kind of taboo, unless you're talking about quarterback play, to like zero in on guys playing poorly by name. In other sports, it seems to be okay. Are we moving more towards that way in football, in your opinion, or did I just miss it and we're already there? Because we're not afraid to say, Mass needs to do this, or Yasa did this, or, Butenbach needs to, like, we'll do that in other sports, but boy, it's not like we say, hey, blank player in the back end. We just don't do it in football.
Yeah. I mean, I think in football, sometimes it's got to be like, very obvious. If that makes, like, a guy getting burned regularly or something like that. I don't know. I don't know why. I mean, I also think sometimes people are willing to do it in football too, right or wrong. So, but I don't know. It is an interesting conversation about that. But I mean, I do think in football, there's just a little bit more moving around. You know what I mean? Like there's more to look at.
Yeah.
We probably understand it less.
Well,
so we're quick to want to.
I'll be honest. There's a lot of people that don't understand basketball that think they do and are really willing to have opinions about it. For me personally, I think it's, and BRUNTZ, tell me if I'm crazy here.
Yeah, you are.
Well, not about this necessarily. I think we understand that football is so interconnected in terms of this guy depends on that guy, depends on this other guy, that we don't always know, hey, it's definitely this guy's fault. Where if you're watching a basketball game and Braden Frager closes out on the wrong hip and gets blown by on Bennett Sturtz's strong side, you're like, that's probably on Braden Frager. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I mean, that's true. I mean, there's more,
Hypothetically.
There's more stuff moving around. Like, and that's the interconnected piece of it. So, yeah.
Oh, Kill Jim is a menace. BRUNTZ, I want to, before we get to the start of spring, I've got to talk baseball with you. You're one of the few baseball nerds right there with me. We like the way that they played, man. Ton of runs. You're just hoping pitching can stay healthy because they've got a lot of options. It's early, but I'm going to ask if you've reset or still, I'm a little more intrigued. Have you changed how you looked at what's going to happen at what you want to happen in Texas? You've seen Louisville. You know a little bit more about some of these teams they're seeing now, even though it's still early. Have you changed much?
No, I mean, I think if you leave Texas 2-1, I think that's a pretty good weekend. Like, I think that's a reasonable expectation. I mean, I think it was. Look, I think they showed better in Arizona than I was expecting. Like,
and
I know you guys chided me for saying 2-2, and then I backed to 3-1.
That wasn't
it was 100% you. Are you out of your mind?
I just think they have a chance to be good, BRUNTZ. That's all.
No, they got more than a chance. I mean, I think the lineup is everything you kind of hoped it would be with the veterans, and I mean they saw some decent arms this weekend too, which was good. And I think the most surprising thing, and we'll see if this holds, because it's going to be a lot different situation this weekend. But the number of guys that came out of that bullpen this weekend that looked like they belonged was really promising. Like, I think that's the big takeaway for me from that weekend was you had Chase Olson that first look at him looked really good from the left side. Your guy Caleb Clark threw probably the 3 best pitches of his career in a tough spot on Friday.
Ravi asked me why I liked him this offseason. I said, you know what? If those arms stay healthy, they're deep, and they got a lot of high-end guys in my opinion.
Unger, I mean, he had a great summer and looked like that had carried over. I think they liked what Blachowicz did for him, starting in kind of a weird situation on Sunday too. I mean, that's
and you know a fair amount about him.
Yeah, I it's different though. I mean, he was 95 and he wasn't even landing his breaking stuff, and looked pretty darn good. And I mean, the guy that I think Will Bolt said yesterday that there was one guy they wanted to see pitch on the weekend. They didn't want to get on the plane without seeing him pitch, and it's Auden Pankinen, freshman right-hander.
Yeah,
he got in there on Monday, and is another guy. Ziola is another one that looked great. I mean, it just, you went up and down the line of guys that a lot of times it's fairly common in those first weekends where you're putting guys into games out of the bullpen in new roles, just guys making debuts. There's a lot of outcomes there, and a lot of them are not usually good. And I thought Nebraska, it was just one guy after another out of that bullpen that you're like, okay, this picture looks pretty good.
Are you waiting? Again, it's just a given that we know what stage of the season it is. So I don't want to have to keep saying I know it's early. So I'm not. But are you going to wait until you see Louisville up close maybe? Because what Michigan State did against them kind of caught my attention. Because I'm always looking at Big Ten early season non-cons for teams, baseball for a strength of schedule standpoint. And I mean, they were really good against Louisville. And I know this hasn't been typical Louisville baseball, but decent sort of barometer this early?
Yeah, that was a surprise. I mean, I was surprised by how much they just went in and kind of dominated that series. I mean, like Louisville was lucky to not get swept. Across the league, Michigan looked great. USC got a sweep. They were playing Pepperdine though, so I don't take a ton of that. But Penn State looked okay. Michigan State, what they did against Louisville, I'll be curious. I mean, I think it's a little bit of a scary situation though when you're facing a good team like that that's coming off of a weekend where you're kind of like, I don't know. I'm assuming they're going to be pretty dialed in this weekend, and Horn's going to need to finish innings. I mean, he was pretty good on Friday, I thought, but just couldn't get the last out in a couple of his innings and kind of inflated the pitch count. So, if he gets off to a good start, I mean, I think Nebraska can stand in there and hit with him. I mean, I think that's the other thing we kind of learned this weekend is that, that lineup, I think the way they put it together or hoped that it would look when they put it together. I mean, you saw it just 1 through 9. There's no real easy outs in Nebraska's lineup this year.
They may be able to run a little bit better than I thought too, just out of the ordinary, like the usual suspects.
Yeah. They, it's interesting. They, everybody talks about bolt ball and all this other stuff. I mean, they didn't have a stolen base and they didn't have a sack bunt all weekend. And I guess it's kind of tough to steal bases when you're hitting doubles, but, that was notable to me. I mean, I think I know they wanted to add slug and a little bit of pop, and I think they can chase the big inning a little bit more than they've been able to in the past.
I may not be telling you much because you follow this close and you pay attention to fall ball, but I was stretching my man Benny Mack just because he sleeps and eats it, and there's one guy in particular that I told him I was interested in as a non-arm, right? I looked at a lot of the young arms and guys that I like their upside, and I was talking about size and frame, but there's a local yokel in Grigo that I said to Benny Mack, I said, hey, you just got to keep an eye on this guy. He's the type, just watching him so much in high school, he's the type of player that about a month in, he's going to be a headache because he's going to make you uncomfortable that he's not playing.
He had one yesterday in BP. It was like 440, like dead center.
BRUNTZ, I'm telling you, he's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
And he's savvy, and he's played a ton of ball. He's got sneaky good size. Like, he's going to grow into his body. I'm telling you, I think they got one there.
Yeah, well, and he's played kind of all over. Like, he was a two-way kid, and he's got a good feel for the game. He was going back to fall ball. I mean, the numbers weren't like fantastic, but you could see it. Like, he's got a good approach at the plate. He can hit for power. It's kind of the problem though, where you're like, well, where do you play him?
He's gonna make you look over your shoulder though and be like, where is he?
Yeah. I mean, I think they've got a little bit more depth in the field too than I think what they thought they had. Like, I wouldn't overlook the fact that Moyer went 4 for 4 with 2 doubles on Monday. Like, that was, he's an IMG Academy kid, played at Oregon, had a great year at JUCO, plays decent defense. I mean, they've got a couple of those guys where, most years you'd be like, all right, this is a, surefire starter, or a guy that you got to get in the lineup regularly. And Grigo's part of that. So that's a good problem to have, I guess. Maybe not so much if you're trying to get at bats.
Before we get to football real quick, what do you think they get out of what do you look at long-term for Jeski's projections?
Well, he never hit a home run at Nebraska, I don't think. Didn't hit one in the fall. Hit 2. He's hitting six. It was hitting like 600 at one point. You talk about a guy that just for whatever reason, just is able to put the ball in play, and now he's hitting for power.
His approach looks sensational.
Yep. He's always done that. I mean,
he knows what his own zone is greater than the regular strike zone.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, even going back to his first 2 years in the program, like just his ability to always put the ball in play was something that they, raved about. I mean, the guy was a backup catcher last year, and I think he probably deserved more at bats than he got. But it was, having to deal with essentially learning a new position. So, I mean, he started in left field. I don't think he did anything in the weekend to not play out there. I mean, he had that great catch against UConn that might have been the play of the weekend, just with the way that it kind of shifted that game and allowed Nebraska to run rule him. So, he's going to be a mainstay in that lineup. I mean, when your number 9 hitter was hitting 600 at one point, with a couple home, with some extra base hits, that's not bad. I mean, I think that's the takeaway for the offense is, you don't have those kind of lulls where you're like, okay, we just need to try to get a hit here. So, yeah, he's going to be a piece of that, a big piece of what they do this year.
BRUNTZ, we get Coach Rhule tomorrow?
Today? In about a half hour here.
If you could give him a little true serum, what's the one question you would ask?
I mean, I think some unvarnished thoughts about the defensive line would be all right.
Varnished.
I think that's probably where I'd go. I mean, I think there's going to be a lot of conversation around that position group, so I think I'd start there.
Are you more curious about what he thinks they can be this year, or what went wrong last year if he liked the group?
No, I don't. I'm not real concerned about last year. I mean, I think.
Okay.
I think probably just if they feel like they've got guys that can do it, and if they did enough in the transfer portal to help that group, I think that's probably where I'd go. I mean, I think you probably have more guys this year that the style of defense that they're going to play fits them a little bit better. And I don't know. I mean, it's an interesting group too, because I mean, there's going to be a lot of cooks working with that group, and I'm just kind of curious to see. They were bullish on that group last year, or at least outwardly bullish. So I would want some unvarnished stuff on the defensive line and where they stand right now.
Yeah, some of these guys we aren't going to get to probably see in spring. I hope he gives the rundown early of Merritt and Tyson Terry and some of these guys that are coming back from some stuff, like where Gatula is and all of that. So
we'll get that.
Doesn't volunteer it. You make sure you ask.
Yep. Yeah, we'll get that hammered down, I think.
All right, who are you going to sit next to? Just this BC?
No, I always sit. I'm usually second row. Usually, if I get over there soon enough, I'll probably be sitting next to Mike Babcock. That's always a good place to be.
All right, get some of that older that plain label pizza too that they'll set out for you guys for lunch.
They went to Valentino's. They made a midseason switch.
Oh, did you guys complain?
No, it was from what I understand, it was the head guy made the call.
Oh, nice!
Wow,
looking out for you,
big Valentino's guy, head man. Appreciate that.
Enjoy some of that pizza.
Well, I mean, it's. I don't even know if it's a Valentino's thing. It's just whatever that was before. Anything would be better.
So, like, given your dietary particulars, how many different kinds of cheese pizza have you had?
A lot.
Yeah,
a lot.
Kind of figured.
A lot.
Multi-cheese guy, like a couple types of cheese guy. BRUNTZ, do you have a particular?
Yaya's down here makes a they've got it's like a blue cheese mix. It's pretty. It doesn't sound good, but it's pretty good.
Is it crumbles?
Well, you get a little melted crumbles on there with some some kind of, I don't know if it's a pecan or some kind of nut on there, like a walnut. It's not bad.
There we go.
BRUNTZ, I love you though.
Michael BRUNTZ, Husker 24/7
pizza. Let's go.
BRUNTZ, we appreciate time as always. Enjoy the presser. We'll talk to you next week.
Yep, I'm gonna pull through here and get over there. See you guys.
We're gonna take a real quick break. Then we've got Justen GAMMEL. He is a NFL draft scout. We'll talk to him about the NFL draft coming up next. At DBM Ravi Lulla. It's Hurrdat Sports Live.
Oh, there's. I didn't hear him chanting at me. Just another game. That was my mindset the whole time. Just another game. Yeah, they're super physical. Came out of the gate, super physical with me off the ball. I always had their hands on me, and were there on the catches. Credit to them. They had a really good game plan. They executed it well, and we just got to be more physical going forward and push back when they're pushing us, like they do every game. So it's the same. It's the same thing every time. Hands on me. Really hard to get space. We've done a really good job of screening, and I feel like I've done a good job of fighting through those. They're very, very physical with me, everybody I play. So, just keeping up and doing that.
You're listening to Hurrdat Sports Live.
Welcome back, Hurrdat Sports Live, brought to you by Next Gen Male Medical. That's DBM Ravi Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports Bar and Grill. We are joined now by Justen GAMMEL. He is a scout, NFL draft scout. You can find him at GamScout on Twitter. Justen, how are we doing this morning?
He just needs to unmute his mic.
Justen, I think you're muted there.
Got him. JG.
Oh, and he's gone.
Uh-oh.
See you.
Wait. Why are you waving?
Well, because he left, so I said bye.
Bye. Big. Is that in sync? 98 degrees. Who's bye?
Bye is in sync.
Okay. I knew you'd know.
Pretty sure.
I knew you'd know.
Why is that? Why would I know?
Big bubblegum boy band guy.
No, that is my era, though.
He's back.
Oh.
We are joined now by Justen GAMMEL. Justen, how are we doing this morning?
Good. I think our technical difficulties are figuring themselves out. Am I right?
Yeah, we got you.
All right, sweet.
All right, so here we go. Where were we? 7 days? Combine's just around the corner, JG. You're looking at one position group, and it's not. I'm gonna take D-line out of it because I'm gonna assume D-line for you has the most depth in this draft. Is that correct? First of all.
So first off, I will say our technical difficulties are a little funky. I missed some of what you guys said, but I did hear D-line.
All right, let me start over. So I'm going to take D-line out of it because I assume you think this is the deepest position group in the draft. Is that part true so far? Ooh, give me one. Uh-oh.
Maybe receiver are right there with it, though.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So high in receiver or in its totality? Like top end or just depth is in like 1 through 20?
Yeah, probably more just pure depth. Yeah, it's not a very top-heavy group, that's for sure.
Okay, so if you take D-line out of it, is wide receiver the group you're most interested in then?
Probably that or safety, actually.
Nice. So I can ask you about
rarely
hyphenated.
Gets probably. Sorry, go ahead.
So I can ask you about hyphenated last names, right? Because I think he's very close to being able to close. I don't know if he can run down Caleb Downs, but I'm asking anybody that I think is really good at this. I don't see a ton of difference, and I do have concerns about box safeties going that high. Caleb Downs is super productive, though. But what's the difference between the two for you?
Oh, sorry, we cut out there. I heard Caleb Downs is super productive.
Yeah, so what's the difference between you and like Caleb Downs and like McNeil going into the draft for you?
Gotcha. I think the thing about Caleb Downs is he's being a little misrepresented. I think we're hearing these comps of like Eric Berry and Ed Reed and some, whatever. Force tester, leaping out of the gym, freak athlete. Downs is more, I think I tweeted this the other day, he's more your Patrick Chung, Ryan Clark. He's the safe, reliable guy that makes zero mistakes, that your defense can always rely on, that does a lot of things well, but he's not going to be the playmaker, the ball hawk. He's the guy that's next to that guy. Like Ryan Clark was next to Paul Amalu, who made all the plays. Patrick Chung was next to Devin McCourty, who, was there for that's versatile, the sure tackler, he even did punt returns in college and everything. He wasn't like he's a bad athlete, but we're not getting a 4.3s kid that's going to leap out of the gym. With Emmanuel McNeil-Warren, we might be getting something similar to that. A guy who on tape is clearly, a bouncy, springy athlete who can run, who's 6'2", 215, who can make plays on the ball. So I think that's probably our safety that's going to run down, or not will run down. Those names up on the board, and they're going to look long and hard. Like, really, do we take the projection a little bit in McNeil-Warren, or do we take the sure thing, the reliable guy who we know exactly what he is and what he will be for a decade with Caleb Downs?
Are you willing to offset Downs' IQ and football savvy for kind of where you'd slot a box-ish type safety, as I drop that in air quotes, that taking him that high?
Like what exactly?
So so I think for like guys that play like Downs, if you're not gonna get the spectacular, which you kind of alluded to, do you have any qualms with the draft slot for where a safety like that could be positioned?
Absolutely, absolutely, and that's why I do not love the idea of people saying, hey, just a good safety on a bad defense is going to be a bad defense. It doesn't matter. He's not going to change anything. You really have to start from the front and work your way back. You need edge. You need interior guys that can get pressure. I mean, it's crazy to think, put Downs on the Jets or Arizona, like, oh, that team will improve so much. It's not going to. And so that's why I don't think, especially I think when we get to Indy and we see some of these guys test, and I hope Downs on paper what kind of athlete he is, because a solid, reliable tackler who's smart of that type of safety is not going to turn a team around. He's not going to Earl Thomas and transform their scheme. He's not even going to be a Minkah Fitzpatrick that we know is a ball hawk that we can put in the robber. He's going to get 11 interceptions in a year. That's not going to be what this guy is, and so I don't love taking him as high as I'm seeing people talking about that.
All right, speaking of taking Ohio State players really high, Arvell Reese is another guy that gets a ton of run at the very top of the draft here. If he's a guy that has to play off ball, which I think there's some debate about what he looks like at the next level, is that a guy that you value positionally where he's being projected in the draft?
You cut out, but you're talking about Arvell Reese, correct?
Yep. Yes. Yep. Positionally, where's his value to you?
The funny thing about Arvell is every time I watch him, I come away challenging myself. He's actually pretty good off ball. Like there's, a big solid athlete, not even solid athlete. He's a well above average athlete. He's so twitchy, so quick. His hands are heavy. He does a lot of things that you look for in true off ball guys. But then when you watch his edge reps, and when you watch the reps where they send him on stunts and blitzes and twists, unbelievable. Like you guys have probably seen the hips are loose. He's agile. He can bend, get around the corner. I do think if you're a team that says, hey, we are just going to play him off ball, it'll just like Downs. It's hard to take an off ball backer that high because how good is he really going to make your team, especially when off-ball backer is, it's a pairs position. A great linebacker next to an awful linebacker, just to put it in perspective, is a bad linebacker group because one of them's always making mistakes. it's like Devin White is kept everything clean so Devin White can freelance. It's such a tough spot. And that's why I do think whoever takes Arvell Reese, there's no way they're going to pigeonhole him as just off ball. They're going to try and probably, Micah Parsons him at the start as far as, all right, you can play off ball here and there, but we are going to send you and try and get you into some of our pressure packages because that's where your value lies. We're not going to leave this explosive athlete not showing how explosive he can be and affecting.
Justin, how would you kind of parse through?
Coach is going to restrict him.
Gotcha. How would you kind of separate where you put or the draft slots between like an Arvell Reese and his teammate in Sonny Styles, who's clearly going to go high, but you get a chance to kind of compare and contrast because they play with and next to each other. What's kind of the difference in Styles and Reese?
I think Reese is probably he is twitch. He's got more pop to his game. The hands are heavy. When he hits somebody, you kind of see the jolt and you see him roll his hips through. But I think he struggles to retreat a little more. He is he's almost like he's more of the slasher and the pure sprinter. Where when you see Sonny Styles, he gets those Fred Warner comps, and I think those really, I mean, that's lofty. That's a big time comparison when people say this guy my time leaper. Like you can just see that he's going to jump out of the gym in Indy. You can see the intelligence in the guy. In coverage, he knows exactly where to be. He's long, he's rangy, he's a former safety, so it makes perfect sense. I think you're not getting as much as like the pure twitch, the pure speed. He's a little sticky sometimes when he has to stop and start, but like, and I mean, and that just comes, from being leggy, from being 6'4", whatever he is. But I think you're getting a true guy that is your Mike is that super high because what really can they do on a bad defense? But Sonny Styles is, I think if you're putting them both just at off ball, there's a big argument for taking Sonny Styles first because he is a lot like Downs. He's reliable. He's smart. You know exactly what you're getting with him.
This is uncanny how we almost agree. Like, all right. So let's talk. I want to talk upside. When you look at a guy like Cassius Howell or a guy like Keldrick Falk, right? Edge guys coming off the ball. Does scheme matter more for one or the other of those guys, or kind of how are you slotting kind of these high ceiling kind of guys?
Ooh, those two are tough. Howell and Falk. Howell to me is just Bryce Huff. Like if you're gonna get him at his peak, you're getting Bryce Huff, which is a dangerous rusher, but you're getting a really like a third down player only. He's gonna be a liability against the run. Just is what it is. I don't even know if a high ceiling is how I'd compare it, what I'd say about Howell, just because he's going to be in such a limited role. Hopefully that role can be something that really, affects the game, which is just get after the quarterback. But at least with Keldrick Falk, the 2024 tape at Auburn was better. They didn't make him play the same type of role where he's reading and reacting and he's, head up on a tackle. He got to kind of take off and his ears back, 6 or 6'5", like 285, and he's still, I don't know if he's just still 20 years old. I mean, at the very least, you're getting a stud run stopper, and you're getting a guy that at least, he's a big time athlete. It's all over tape. So Falk is probably not a guy that you want to bring in and solve your sack problem right away. If you're a team that doesn't get pressures or doesn't get sacks, that's probably not Falk. But if you can live with teaching him that role for a while, that's who you want in Falk. But yeah, he's not going to come in and give you 10 sacks like Trayvon Walker even did his first year. He's probably less of a pass rusher than even Walker was coming out.
I want to talk about running backs here for a second. How high are you on Jeremiah Love? Is there a player kind of below him? I guess everybody's below him in most people's boards that you're really a fan of. And I guess the third thing, just how do you rate this overall group in general?
This is a deep group. I shouldn't say that actually. there's a lot of them. Let's say there's a lot of running backs in this class. I don't know if it's as deep as some of the former ones I've seen, but there's probably I think 5 or 6 that I would say I'm pretty high on. Jeremiah Love is probably far and away the best one of this class. Is fantastic. I think I like him more personally than Genty last year. Mainly because Genty was just not my exact type of running back. I
agree.
I like a little bigger guy who's a little looser, who kind of, I don't know, maybe the runs are a little prettier, but I like the way that Love runs.
I don't like the guys who's the first time they make contact, it's normally with their own guy. Like Genty, I'm just not like this. I like a little bit more of a natural runner where
line is not fun.
You know what I mean? So and Love is an interesting example because if you think, and I'll wait for you, but if you think Price is 2, or Coleman or Emmett Johnson or whomever, like you get a chance. It's like Styles and Reese. You can compare Love and Price almost at the same time because they play together with the same people.
Yeah, and that's what I think was really interesting, and that's why probably why people was on another team. It's because first off, he's a fantastic athlete as well. He's loose, he's agile, but you saw Price has more natural vision than Jeremiah Love does for sure. And it's probably because he knows he doesn't have the physical abilities of Love. So he's like, I really gotta, I have to capitalize on the mental game of this. I have to make sure I know exactly where I'm going to be. I got to know the defense. Where Love just takes off and does whatever the hell he wants, and it's fine because he's better than everybody. But above average athletic ability, but he's also, smart. Like he's not just running into the butts of his dudes. He knows he can fit a lot of different schemes. But Love is far and away number 1. And I think I also like Mike Washington quite a bit from Arkansas, which makes no sense because I feel like watching him live, I wasn't as thrown. And then I turned on the All-22, and this dude is fantastic. For a big guy, I think he was at the Seahawks and when he was at Oklahoma State in college, but a big dude who actually has some juice and is physical, has loose hips, quick feet. There was a lot to like about him. So the class is pretty good, and Emmett Johnson is right behind those 3 for me. So Emmett Johnson's another player that I was not psyched about live, and then I turned on the tape, and I'm like, all right, I gotta watch more of this.
Do you think you know too much about Jonah Coleman, like kind of a high floor but low ceiling guy? What's the difference between a guy like, in your opinion, between like a Nick Singleton and a Jonah Coleman?
Sorry, say that one more time. I heard, do you know, what do you
like? Do you think you know too much about Jonah Coleman, like kind of a high floor but low ceiling guy, where you just know what you're getting with Coleman?
Probably, yeah. I think he's another one of these guys that I've said about in this class a million times. I think the 2024 tape was better. I do think that he is probably one of those prospects that we look at and say, he's kind of maxed out. Like this is the best he'll be. This is his body. This is his speed. This is what he's got. And then where Nick Singleton is a little bit of the opposite. I mean, Nick Singleton's like 225 or 230, and everyone says he's going to run 4.3s. And I think his freshman year, I remember thinking, all right, we got a special prospect coming out, and then he just kind of, it's like his style is weird. His vision.
I worry about it. I worry about his vision.
Yeah, I was gonna say his vision doesn't make sense. I don't really know what he's looking at or what his goal is sometimes. And I don't know if it's because he's so physically gifted that he just thought early on in his career, I don't have to learn all this stuff. I can abandon it. And he started to give himself some bad habits, whatever. But he's going to be one of those guys that a coach looks at and says, like, I can fix this dude.
Do you believe in the short amount of work that you've seen?
And I don't know.
Do you believe in Caleb Banks missing so much time, but flashing the way he has in postseason camps? Are you a Caleb Banks guy?
I'm not. Guys who struggle with pad level that are that tall, they're never going to work. I see Rashid Hageman from Minnesota a few years back all over again. I think he was drafted in the second round by like Atlanta, and he was such a good athlete. 6 work, but that is not my type of defensive lineman. He's just not for me.
Who's QB2 for you?
Oh man, that's the question. At this point, it's Ty Simpson, and I think it's just because his highs were so high early on in the year. But as the year went on, obviously, that whole Alabama team just started to look out of sync, and the offense looked terrible. But I think Ty Simpson's still no one else. I'll roll with his name.
What do you think about Cole Payton? My high school, the right coach.
I'm still in the tape of Cole Payton. He's confusing. He's a rudimentary passer. He's a great athlete, but I'm trying to get myself there with their passing game and kind of his overall process. So come back to me on that in a month, and I'll.
Hey, I wanted to ask you about wide receivers. You mentioned wide receivers earlier as maybe one of the other deep groups besides defensive line. So let me ask you this. Of guys that are likely not going to go in the first round, who has the highest upside, and why is it Zachariah Branch?
Branch. Someone asked me a funny question the other day. They said, all right, so we were watching Branch tape together, and he goes, like the quarterback is not helping him. There's a lot left on the field. And I said, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And he goes, and I'm like, that's a great question, because Worthy went high, and he went in the first round weighing 143 pounds soaking wet.
He's better than Worthy, though.
I know, and that's why I'm like, all right, so he might have something here. I think Branch is better than Worthy. I think the quarterback at Georgia just certainly didn't help him at all, but I think there's a lot left in his game. So yeah, Branch is absolutely one of the guys that I would say, watch him be a better pro than college. I see a lot of 6'5", 200+ pound dudes that move like this guy, with the wingspan and the agility and like the overall body control. Sometimes he catches the ball like he's fighting it, but the way this guy can uncover versus any type of coverage is amazing. I just think he's got to get a lot stronger to kind of work himself off press, especially at that size. You can't be getting pushed around. But Chris Brazell is one, and then Antonio Williams from in some years I feel like this guy's gonna go first round, and right now I'm hearing like late day 2, but an explosive slot guy like this with like the pedigree of 3 productive years at Clemson makes no sense. He should be getting more talk.
When you look at and Clemson's just funny because I think they'll have definitely seen better days. When you look at the draft, I mean, whether it's Klubnik or, I mean, you could look at their secondary, their D-line. Did they get the underachiever tag for you after you look at some of these guys at the combines?
I think I heard what you guys said. Because I heard up to Cade Klubnik and then
Clemson with underachieving after you watch the combines with all the fellows that Clemson will trot out there.
Yeah, I don't know what Dabo's doing over there. I don't know who their player development coach or who's in charge of that, but they've had some rough times. And then you get to the combine, and then you watch, and then you even see the draft, and you go through the picks, and you go, oh, Clemson guy. And I'm like, where were they during the season? That's how it's going to be again, because they've got multiple D linemen, they've got corners, they've got receivers, they've got the quarterback, they have everything. I just don't know why in college they're not showing up. It makes no sense, but they do.
I mean Parker is a first rounder. Pete Woods is a first rounder. Avion Terrell could be a first rounder. Like, what were they doing?
Yeah, and and so when you talk to, I guess, not inexperienced people, but when you talk to certain people that kind of treat the game like it's Madden, like, well, this guy's this, how do they, they should. that really shows you like the human element in this game. It's these players are young and they're kids. They need to be motivated. They need to be taught the right way. And sometimes even if their play on the field is, you go back in the tape and you're like, oh, this guy's doing his job amazingly. Like Avion Terrell is a dog. For being a small dude, he's hitting people, he's forcing fumbles, he's covering well. Pete Woods, you look at him, you're like, all right, this guy's fantastic. He's doing a lot of things well. But then you try to put the big picture together and you can just see, well, this guy's not doing his job. This guy's not doing his job. And I think it's just or the way that needs to be done in like, the modern day changing football game. So I don't know. It's every year it just gets a little more baffling when you see how many good players they roll out and they keep reloading, but it keeps, it stays the same.
That is Justin Gammel. You can find him on Twitter at GamScout. Justin, appreciate the time. As always, we'll talk again soon, I'm sure, as the draft gets a little bit closer. We appreciate you.
Thanks, JJ.
I'll wait for the text. Thanks, guys.
Got it.
That is Justin Gammel. Good stuff there.
Man, I wish some of that wouldn't have cut out. He's really smart.
Yeah, we'll get a better connection hopefully next time on that. But there's a lot in there too, and I wanted to ask him, and we'll ask him next time. But I'm really curious about like Elijah Surratt in that wide receiver room.
So he's the guy I study a ton, just because I remember we were at Bloomington and it's a terrible press box, and they were just putting on a clinic. And Surratt was the guy that I asked our Indiana guy at the bank championship.
Yep.
This is before Indiana season started. I said, hey, this Surratt guy really interests me. Football family, good stock. And then I watched him. Warm up. Obviously he had the 2 seasons he did. His drills and his demo work, my guess is he may not run a blistering time, but his drill work, he's a guy that would be fantastic in a combine setting. And then you roll tape and you're going to think, oh man, he's not that fast, or he's not this, or he's not that. Then you're going to go back to the drills and you're going to be like, yep, this dude's the real deal.
He's always open.
He's highly productive. He's super regimented. His hand-eye coordination is incredible. Surratt's, you got to watch his warm. It's before they come out in their pads and stuff, and I just watch him do his drill work with his tennis balls, and they're like firing these balls at him, and his knee bend, and he's a long guy. Like I think he's got good size.
Yeah,
but his ability to just track balls. Surratt
he's a guy,
but I'm not objective, right? Because that's a guy I wanted to be right about 2 off seasons ago before he was transferring over, before he caught a ball at Indiana.
So he's a guy. Somebody, it was Evan. I go on his show every once in a while out in Illinois, and they were asking me about Surratt as an NFL draft prospect, and I was like, I don't know what he's going to run. I don't know what the combine stuff's going to say, but that's a guy I'll bet you goes in like, I don't know, 4th round, 5th round, somewhere in there, and is just going.
Could he be Cortland Sutton?
And is just going to be awesome though. Like he's going to go in the league. He's going to catch 80 balls a year, and you're going to be like, how'd they get that guy in the 4th round? It's like, well, because we didn't think he ran fast enough. He ran a 4.6 instead of a 4.48, and now we're mad about it.
I still don't know how Black's not at the combines. Similar guy at the running back
yeah,
spot.
Yeah.
Like I watch those guys warm up, and they're so robotic. And
you mean like regimented, not like they don't move robotically.
Yeah, just very
like dialed,
process oriented.
Yeah.
And it makes sense because that's all you hear Signetti talk about.
Yeah, it's process oriented process. Like Surratt is one of those guys that's like, I don't know if he's going to have like a Puka Nacua type career, but he's one of those guys that you look like, oh yeah, of course he was going to be hyper productive. Look at all these signs we had, but somebody got mad about him not being. Like he's
a 4.4 guy.
Like, yeah, he's not a 4.4 guy. And let's say he's listed at 6'2". Let's say he measures in at 6'1.5 inches or what. Like people are gonna be like, he's smaller than we thought. He's not as fast as we thought. But guess what? He's always open. He catches every ball, and he's probably gonna play for a decade.
You know who I'm fascinated by in terms of testing?
Who?
Do you think Carnell Tate will be fast? Like 4.4s, low 4.4s?
Not low 4.4s.
That guy is like 7'11" though.
Like. Always open?
Always open.
My gut, as soon as you said it, was 4.48.
Like, will he jump well?
I don't know how athletic, like how testing athletic.
His body
he is.
control is out off the charts, though.
That's why I changed it to testing athletic, because I consider body control athleticism. That is, I don't know what his testing numbers are going to be. I think he'll be good. I don't think he'll be off the charts.
Will he leave as wide receiver 1?
Ooh, I mean, you know who my wide receiver 1 is?
Dyson?
No.
Lemon?
Yeah.
Hard. He's not going to wow you.
I know, but I
still think he's top 20.
He's not going to wow you in the combine. The tape. Who's got better tape than Mekhi Lemon?
Oh, just don't show him against Sierra Wright.
Yeah, we're going to talk about him tomorrow, by the way. Sierra Wright?
Yeah.
Because somebody's got to tell me what I'm missing. He's not on any draft boards. He's not at the combine.
And then you look at what he did against good players.
Yeah, nobody had fewer yards. Nobody had Mekhi Lemon locked down more than Sierra Wright.
I know.
Not a soul. And Mekhi Lemon might be the best receiver.
I'm telling you, when you see Sierra Wright in person, though, you're just not gonna. You're gonna be underwhelmed.
That's fine. You see him on tape.
I love him though. So
you see him on.
Listen, you don't have to sell me. I'm Team Right.
You see him on tape. He's gonna impress you.
I'm Team Right.
Is he getting penalized because nobody wanted to throw him the ball?
I'm Team Right.
I don't know. Let's hope we're both right. Coming up next, a guy that's usually right, Jacob Padilla. We're going to do a little Bluejay breakdown. I don't know if you know this. Creighton won a basketball game last night.
And you didn't talk about him.
Yeah, I've got some complicated feelings about this team.
You're fighting yourself. That's awesome.
I'm just thrilled that no matter what year, what season, what records, Coach Mack still owns Dan Hurley.
10-4.
The only guy in the world with 10 wins against Dan Hurley.
10-4.
I'm just saying. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. That's DB. I'm Ravi Lulla. We'll be back tomorrow with more Hurrdat Sports Live, but stick around for a little bit of Bluejay Breakdown with me and Jacob Padilla. Come.
Oh, there's. I mean, hear him chanting at me. Yeah. Just another game. That was my mindset the whole time. Just another game. Yeah, they're super physical. Came out of the gate, super physical with me off the ball. I always had their hands on me, and were there on the catches. Credit to them. They had a really good game plan. They executed it well. And, we just got to be more physical going forward and push back when they're pushing us, like they do every game. So it's the same. It's the same thing every time. Hands on me. Really hard to get space. We've done a really good job of screening, and I feel like I've done a good job of fighting through those. They're very, very physical with me. Everybody I play. So just keeping up and doing that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't probably that much. I think I'm just proud that our guys flipped it. I had 2 games of just not us. I came in and I challenged them. I challenged them in pregame, and and they rose to the occasion, and they fought, and it didn't go our way a lot. Like our offense was completely inept, but we just battled and hung on and got enough stops to be able to get the win. Well, it couldn't have been any worse than Purdue game, so that's good. I think we are a good rebounding team when we're geeked up. And I thought for 2 games we played hard, we didn't play with concentration. And tonight I thought we did both. And you saw the results of that, and it was an imperfect game, but a perfect ending for what we wanted out of it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, first of all, give credit to Iowa. I thought they really got underneath us. Their physicality overwhelmed us. You looked at the first half, 19-6 on the glass. It's, and we're down 5 points. We were still within 2 possessions. And, listen, when they take away passes like that, somebody's got to put the ball on the deck and make a play. The few shots we did get, we unfortunately didn't knock them down. And, again, they made the necessary plays to win the game. Yeah, it's a will, Robin. I mean, you got to find a way to get them off you, curls, that kind of thing. We did a solid job getting it into rink a couple times on a couple switches. But, yeah, you got to, listen, when you see pressure, your eyes should light up. And we just did not handle it well at all tonight.
They get up in you, and they swipe at the ball, and they get a lot of deflections in that way. So we knew that going in, but I think we didn't really handle it that well at times. So we knew what their game plan was, but we should have played a little bit better towards our game plan. I think we didn't execute that well in some parts of our game plan. I think teams have seen that we share the ball really well, and their game plans are structured towards making us play more 1-1. We saw that with Northwestern. We saw that again in this game. We gotta work on getting back to sharing it the way we know we can, and I think we kind of know what teams' game plans against us are now. So we gotta do a better job of playing into that and still playing towards our strengths.
Welcome in and welcome back. I'm Ravi Lulla. That's Jacob Padilla. It's time for a little Bluejay Breakdown. Jacob, how are we doing this morning?
Doing all right. Not looking forward to the forthcoming weather, but yeah, gonna have to probably adjust some plans and figure some things out. But happy to be here and talk about Creighton basketball this week. Actually,
yeah, there's there's going to be some juggling to do with some of the end of the high school basketball regular season here. You've got state wrestling going on, so it's a busy day for the weather not to cooperate. But one thing that did cooperate was Creighton last night getting the big win. Creighton men's basketball getting the big win over UConn, which, I mean, we could set things up here a little bit because we had 2 games since we talked last. Villanova on Saturday, and then UConn obviously last night. Villanova was what we saw against Villanova would not have given any indication that they would go and win yesterday at UConn. That was a frustrating one, the Villanova game on Saturday, just because you look at it and you go, like, I watched that game and I go, I have no idea how this team beat Villanova at Villanova 6 weeks ago. And then to go from that, feeling that way, to watching them beat the number 5 team in the country last night, there's been a lot going on. Like, there's just a lot. And it's really, really interesting because I don't think you talked about this off air a little bit, but like, I don't think it's like a personalities issue. I don't think it's like, I think all the things you would normally point to about, oh, this team's dysfunctional and this and that, it doesn't seem like those exist.
No, if anything, last night showed that like everything they're talking about with how close this team is off the court, like you don't get a performance like this in the middle of a season like this.
Absolutely
if that
not.
isn't true.
100%.
If those guys aren't still on the same page and all fighting together.
And still like bought in with Coach Mack and the coaching staff and everything.
Yeah. And Josh Dix literally said exactly that. Like, we still believe in each other. We still believe in the coach's game plans. And sure enough, they go out there and you see a performance like this. And it was, and so one thing I'll say, like, you never know what you're going to get with this team. Like, it doesn't, on the negative, it seems like one thing that seems to work one game, like the Owen Freeman, Jason Green situation, like that was the bright spot of that previous game.
The first game against Villanova.
Against DePaul.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then they turned around. Max starts it, and Freeman yanked 2.5 minutes in. He only played 5 minutes the whole game. Like, it was one of the bright spots of the previous game. Like, okay, maybe there's something you can build on. Very next game, just complete nothing. And that's kind of how this season has been. That being said, last night we saw it flip the completely other direction, and I don't know that anything that happened in that game that was like, oh, where the heck did this come from in terms of individually, like, looking at it. Like, everything that the guys did last night, we thought they were going to be capable of that this season. It just hasn't worked, and particularly all of it at once. And this is what we finally saw, is things clicked. You had a bunch of different guys playing to their best ability. You had a bunch of different guys stepping up and making winning plays. And that's something that they just, for whatever reason, haven't been able to find consistently together all season long. And they did it last night and come away with their best win in the season.
That is, like, in a nutshell, you did a really good job of describing that. That is the most frustrating thing about this team, right? Because there wasn't a single guy that was outside of his abilities. There wasn't a single guy that you looked at and you go, that's not replicable, right? Josh Dix 100% can score 21 points and get hot. He only took 10 shots. Like, that's totally within his wheelhouse. We've seen Nick Graves have performances like this before. That's the best Fedor Zugic performance we've seen, but we've seen flashes. Like, nothing he did was like, didn't seem like he was anything that was outside of his skill set.
All three of the guys you just said had season highs. Their highs with Creighton. And it wasn't by a long stretch or whatever, but all three of them played their best games of the season together. And that's something that they just have not been able to get to. And this goes back to the opposite thing of, all right, we're trying something different. And it did work. Fedor Zugic was huge. And Mac talked about it like,
it's a big day for me. It's a big day for me.
Well, the funny thing, I was talking with a member of the staff last week after practice, and it's like, man, there's definitely something there. We just got to find some way. Like when he makes plays, it looks really good. We just got to find some way. And he's like, yeah, we need him to understand, like, he's got to get downhill for us. Like, yeah,
the skills are there.
He's got to.
The skills are there.
Yeah, and sure enough, that's exactly what we got in this game. And Max said, like, he made the decision to put him into the starting lineup for defensive concerns because with all the actions and all the perimeter firepower UConn has, they wanted to have Zugic out there to kind of match up with that a little bit.
And he's turned into one of their better team defenders, honestly.
But it was the offense that he set the tone with from the start. And getting downhill, had 9 points in the first half alone on 3 layups and 3 free throws. All of it at the rim. Didn't even take a 3 until the second half.
I only took 1 for the game.
Yes. He was determined to get downhill, and all the guards followed suit. Like Dix had that drive down the lane for the 2-hand slam. Like Swartz got downhill once or twice. I mean, Graves, we've seen kind of the flurries from him previously, but a lot of it was unsustainable 3-point makes.
Yeah.
He only hit 2 threes to get his 18 points.
Yeah.
The rest of it was all in the lane.
Yeah. 9 of his shots were inside the arc, which is a good ratio for him.
Exactly. So those guys were really setting the tone. Like they saw something like to have a chance. One, they're pushing the pace better than they have all season. Makes, misses. It was just consistent, pushing it ahead. I mean, one or two of those layups, like I think Zugic had one where just secondary break where just advanced it and then put his head down and went. Before the defense could really compact and get set. It wasn't necessarily like a 2-on-1 or anything. It's just, hey, I got to go now. There's an opening.
People underestimate, like if you are just ready to go a little bit faster than the other team, you get some freebies.
Yeah.
Like you just do.
And that's the thing. Like that's always been the thing about Creighton basketball is Creighton has never been one of the fastest in tempo, the shortest possession length, the most fast break points. Mac always talks about playing with pace and pushing and all that, but it's not necessarily just to go out and run and gun and get the first available shot. It's to compromise the defense as early as possible and put them in a bad situation so that you can work into a good shot. And this was a great example of that. They had only had 10 fast break points. UConn had 11, but the pace they played with allowed them to, I mean, they scored 45 in the first half and only shot 3 of 9 from 3. Like that wasn't even a huge part of it. And then the second half they got hot.
They still only took 21. That's a super low number for them.
100%. And shot 7 of 12 in the second half.
Yeah, obviously that goes a long way. Right?
and they hit some timely ones. But like if they had taken 23s in the first half, like we've seen them against some other teams, they're not in this game.
A lot of settling
for the second half for the threes to start going in. Yeah. So that was huge. Just the guys that set the tone, like we're getting downhill, we're playing, and they got to the free throw line a bunch because they were playing through the contact. Yeah. They were strong, taking good angles. They were ripping through the hand checks. They were forcing the officials to call things by putting pressure on the rim and going strong and holding their line and not letting UConn bully them and push them around, which we've seen time and time again this season.
Rewarded for their aggressiveness. And I think that's a good lesson for them because a lot of times you're like, hey, you got to be more aggressive, And if you don't see a payoff, sometimes it's hard to maintain. But they certainly had the payoff last night. You mentioned timely threes. One of them was from Blake Harper.
Yeah.
Him and Austin Swartz had very strange games. Didn't get a lot of playing time. Harper didn't get off the bench for the first 30 minutes, 32.
Checked in at the 8:08 mark.
So, like, super, and, you know, obviously, if you're going to start Fedor Zugic and play him 31 minutes, those numbers have to come from somebody. You know, if you're going to play the guys that, you know, Isaac Trout's minutes went back up. They'd been kind of dwindling for a while. He was back up to 25 minutes. So those Hudson Greer's minutes went down. Swartz's minutes went down, and Blake Harper's minutes went down. So, obviously, those minutes have to come from somewhere. But Blake Harper came in 8 minutes, 12 points, didn't miss a shot from anywhere. And then Swartz, 16 minutes, 8 points, 3 of 4 from the field, 1 of 1 from three-point range. But crucial minutes, especially from Blake Harper. Like, as you're watching that play out, what did you see that made you think, oh, now it makes sense after 32 minutes to play this guy in the last quarter? Like, what's going through your head as this is playing out?
Well, fascinating to listen to both Mac and Blake after the game. It wasn't necessarily by a choice. It was the their only option at that point because Hudson apparently tweaked his ankle. And so that's why he only played 6 minutes because he was banged up. And Isaac Trout played his stint. They needed to get in some rest. And so Harper was the next man up. And Mac talked about part of the reason he didn't play is just he was concerned about, like, he had been starting at the 3. They've played different lineups or whatever, but been starting at the 3 since Isaac Trout has been back in the lineup, or Owen Freeman against Villanova, bumping Harper up to the 3. And he just didn't like the idea of him having a guard to chase Braylon Mullins or Solo Ball or some of those guys.
There's a lot of guys in this league where 3 is a bad matchup for him.
Yeah, and so he mentioned that, but also Blake talked about, he called it an interesting and eventful week in practice. Said he kind of tried them and they tried him. And so it sounds like practice wasn't great this week, and that probably contributed to Blake's trade. He said, "Yeah, I deserve to be in the position I was. Like, it wasn't his best week, and so for coming off of all that, he played 13 minutes, only scored 2 points against Villanova, just non-factor in that game. Really struggled to the weird league. To you're coming out. Not only are you coming out of the starting lineup, you're out of the rotation until now we need you. Yeah. And for him to step up in that moment, he and Mac both said, like, hey, the Blake from a month or two ago, he's not ready for this.
Probably
like, he doesn't handle this. Exactly.
Emotionally.
Like, 100%. Like, he's like he'd probably be down in his feelings, sitting there on the bench, and wouldn't have been ready to step in and make the plays that he did.
To be fair, that applies to a lot of players across college basketball. To go from starter to out of the rotation, you don't play for 32 minutes, last 8 minutes, now we need you. Most guys cannot handle that. Like, that's actually DB brought this up in our group chat. Like, the fortitude to be able to handle that is actually really, really impressive.
And, goes back to the staff, and, like, you listen to Blake, he absolutely gushed about the coaching staff. And this is a guy that's coming from playing 20 minutes a game, doing whatever he wanted to do. Now he's being held accountable to a much higher degree than he probably ever has.
Sure.
And he's struggling. And it's
very
not
highly
like
sought after transfer. Like, a lot of people.
He's portal right away. As soon as he's gone. I mean, you never know what's going to happen in the future, but the way he talked about, like, the coach, the way that they're handling him, he's grateful for it. And he believes that he's better off for it. And he trusts the coaches from what he was talking about. So that just,
it's a super interesting dynamic.
Yeah. The way people talk about college sports now, with kind of the added money factor of it and the added mobility, whatever. As soon as a guy's not playing as much as you think he wants to, he's gone or whatever. But the connections behind the scenes between the coaches, the players, the teammates, that stuff still matters. It's not like, obviously the money plays a huge part in all decisions, but ultimately you still have to have those genuine connections. And it appears that Harper does with this coaching staff. And this game was a perfect example of why that is important and why you need that throughout the course of a long season.
And not to get too philosophical here, but I do find it really interesting that, if you're a player, at least coming out of the transfer portal of Blake Harper's caliber, the money's going to be there wherever you choose, right? Like, for the most part, he was going to have options that had really good monetary upside to it. What's really interesting to me is people assume that none of those guys either want to get better, want to get held accountable, and that exists. Those guys exist. Now, maybe it's harder to find than it used to be. Maybe there's not as many of them that used to be, but those guys exist. I think those guys appreciate when they find a situation where someone is willing to actually try and do what's best for them instead of what's best for, what they are afraid to do so that they leave or whatever. Like, it seems like, and I don't know if Blake Harper's going to stay around or I have no idea, but the point is, like, those guys do exist and that does matter.
100%. And that's how you're successful in, like, you see all these blue blood programs that throw money at the transfer portal and add guys every single year. And some of them work, some of them don't. And like, that's an important skill to find and find those kids that are interested in that type of stuff. And then kind of foster that relationship to where whatever happens on the court, they know that you're there for them and that you've got their best interests at heart. And all the fact, like, Blake Harper, he mentioned Jeremy Anderson as a huge reason why he picked Creighton.
Sure.
And that's the secret weapon that Creighton has. Is this is a guy with a great reputation, and has shown that he's among the best at what he does. And for a guy like Harper that felt like, hey, there's still something left here for me to tap by getting into better shape and working on my body, it's a great landing spot for him, in addition to kind of the relationship he's built with the coaches and the players, particularly Josh Dix. And that's kind of a cool little out of tragedy, just seeing those two talk about each other and the relationship they have. I mean, he mentioned like through like coping with shared trauma and the connection that those two guys have. Like, it was pretty cool listening to Blake talk about his relationship with Josh, and awesome to see Josh have the game that he did on this stage after the last few weeks, and for Blake to be there right with them, making those plays down the stretch. And the dagger 3, Josh is the one that passed it ahead to Blake.
Kicked it out
jab
in the corner.
step. 8 seconds into the shot clock. You're up 7 at that point with 90 seconds to go, and he jab step and lets it fly. That's probably not the shot that Coach Mack won in that situation, but Blake had confidence, and he knocked it down, and that was a dagger, and allowed them to survive. UConn throwing in some crazy stuff late.
You want to know the funniest part about that? Josh Dix's only assist of the game.
Yep.
It's his only assist of the game. No, I did get a little, obviously stakes are much lower and the situations were different, but like the first thing I thought of was like, there's a little Ali Farouk Manesh there. You're like, probably a little ill-advised, but you know, shoot or shoot. Like,
and like, you're not going to take down a top 5 team in that environment without taking swings.
Yeah,
that's, like, you're not going to win by playing conservative basketball.
That's a fortune favors the bold situation right there, and it certainly did for Creighton. So coming up next, there doesn't get any easier. They have to go at St. John's on Saturday. That's going to be a tough one as well, and then they end up with some opportunities to maybe get a couple extra wins: DePaul, Providence, and Butler to end the season there. So it'll be interesting to see how this goes for Creighton. Be interesting to see if they're able to carry over any momentum from UConn over to St. John's on Saturday, and see if they're able to finish out the season strong. It's, you know, you talked about it earlier. It's been frustrating, and just you see, hey, this has been there this game, it's gone next game. It's there this game, it's gone next game. Can they string together a couple games where they're able to get the same things out of guys? That'll be my biggest question heading into St. John's.
Yeah, and I mean, they're staying on the road from I believe, so a lot of time together out there to just kind of talk through it and figure out what worked and how can we carry that forward.
Yeah, how can you replicate it?
Yeah.
All I have to say is more Fedor Zugic starts. Listen, my stock in Fedor Zugic it's finally getting a little bump up. You know, I've been holding that strong for about 2 years now. We're getting a little bump. I'm excited. No, I was happy to see him do well. I was super happy to see Josh do well, obviously, as well. Anything else on the men's team?
I don't think so. I'm gonna try to. We'll see if I got time to go back over the tape, because from about the 15-minute mark to the minute 45 mark of that second half, they outscored them 26-11 and held them to 4-21 from the field with 2 turnovers and only 1 free throw attempt.
Yeah.
And you see in the first half, they just had no answer. It was a dribble drive, dump off, and bucket almost every single possession. And UConn was getting good looks from 3.
Yeah.
Like Creighton they could not get a stop. I mean, they put up 45 points in the first half and found themselves tied. You couldn't have liked the way that felt going in after, especially they hit a 3 to end the half to answer the one that you just hit.
Yep.
In the second half, I got to go back. There were a lot. It looked like more vintage, like Creighton versus UConn. Like somehow they were funneling them into a lot of mid-range shots. They only took 3, according to stat broadcast. I mean, what's a layup versus not? But they went 0 for 3 on layups.
Yeah.
And went 4 for 7 on threes in that stretch. But 1 for 11, I believe it was, on 2-pointers, or on all the other 2s there. So it was just a whole lot of over the top, mid-range pull-ups, all that type of stuff that Creighton typically likes to give up and likes to force, and that they haven't really been able to give up without them feeling comfortable. Like a lot of teams have gotten
wide open.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
A lot, like there's a difference when Ryan Kalkbrenner's back there impacting those mid-range shots versus what Creighton's had. So I want to go back and look at that to see. Part of it was UConn missed some shots, but what did Creighton do to force them into those shots and to take away the rim? as opposed to what we saw in the first half. So that's something I'm going to try to get back to before the St. John's game. But overall, just fantastic performance by the Jays and something you got to feel good about.
Yeah, obviously I haven't had time to rewatch it yet either. But probably, I mean, I don't know if it's even a question. The best stretch of defense they've had the entire season?
Up there. I mean, obviously they've had some game they've had some low scoring games, and Mac talked about like he didn't love their overall defensive performance, and he mentioned that part of it that UConn missed some shots.
Yeah.
They just outscored them, but that was a really key stretch, particularly with the way that the first half went, where it felt like UConn was getting anything they wanted.
Yeah, it didn't
Creighton had
seem
no
like
answer.
Creighton was ever going to get
to be able to turn that around. I mean, how much of it was UConn just missing shots they normally make or not, they still forced them to take those shots as opposed to the uncontested layups,
which they were getting a lot of in the first half. All right, let's move on to the women's side of things. We've got a surprise, another 1-1 week out of the women's team. They lost to Villanova once, almost exact same score as last time.
I believe it was.
Was it the exact? Yeah. I couldn't remember. It was 10 points, 74-64.
And that was their. They still got home game left, but that was their senior day. They wanted to celebrate the.
Yeah, it was the exact same score.
Yep, the kind of setup there, able to get parents there, and credit to Kennedy Townsend, who went down firing, put up 23 points on her senior day, and it do need to note that Creighton also like Keani Lockett took part in that senior day ceremony, and she is planning to move on. That the knee injury, like the damage that her knee has sustained throughout her career. She tore her ACL twice in high school before she even got to Creighton, and so this last one is kind of the last straw that like she could have gotten a medical hardship, I believe, and return next year, but that it looks like she's ready to move on. I think Jim Flannery said she's planning to go continue to go grad school and for counseling, and so it was kind of an emotional moment there for them, and Kennedy Townsend talking about Keani after the game, and kind of felt bad, almost made her cry asking her about it, but just kind of the relationship those two have and how the season isn't. They were so excited to be able to lead this young group together after kind of fill in the pieces for the previous team, and that they're not able to do it on the court together is it's kind of heartbreaking for them. But Kennedy talked about, and Flan as well, just the way that Lockett has handled this, and easy to like shut down and mope or whatever. And there's not been a single moment when she's been around the team that she's been anything but uplifting and positive. And in a season like this, you can't overstate that kind of presence. With all the ups and downs, with all the young players on this team, having that veteran over there that is handling things that way for all the adversity that she's dealing with, and to see her career end in that way, I think that's been a huge part of this season. And they didn't get the win, but they were up at halftime. They just couldn't get stops in the second half. I will really impressed with what they did on Jasmine Bosco, who ended up she got loose in the last 5 minutes of the game and kind of put it away. Like it was close. And Villanova sealed it at the end. But Bosco was 4 for 21 from the field up to that point. And then she hit a couple and ones, got to the free throw line down the stretch there, ended up with 21 points. But
but it's on 6 for 23.
Yeah,
like that's,
and 8 and 9 from the free throw. Like
you'll take that.
Yeah.
Like,
so fantastic performance under. They just couldn't quite keep everybody else in check around her.
Yeah, Kennedy Henry, like that was a tough one.
Yeah, and Creighton only 5 and 19 from 3, so hard to keep up with that being the case. But yeah, good performances from multiple players. It's a loss, but they won that. You come away feeling we kind of left everything out there, and we're okay with the result. And they did again. Grace Buffelli had another
double.
Good game. Yep, she's really come on strong over the second half of the season. She's been huge for this team, and that continued into the next game.
Got a good night out of Ava Zedeker, although she'd have some turnover problems as well. But 15, 6 and 5, like got a nice night out of Ava also. Moving on to the win, they got a 67-58 win last night against Butler as well, and didn't have one of their best players.
Yeah, Neely Gesser on the bench in street clothes. The the Butler broadcast, ESPN Plus broadcast, had no idea what was going on.
Yeah.
So that was fun. But
I mean, that's not a first.
But yeah, so they basically played with 7 players for most of the game. Hurrdat just got in there for 1 minute. So I mean, it seems no stranger to playing shorthanded, but to not have Neely, and for Nora came out and first possession banged a 3, set the tone right off the bat. Ended up going 3 for 5 from 3 in the game. Added 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Huge for her to step up without Neely and her firepower. On the bench there. Nora's statistically hasn't been a big impact player this season. Just kind of been a role player, glue player, filling in the gaps. So for her to step up and contribute in that way was huge, because it wasn't. I mean, they put up 25 points in the second quarter. They were at 21 points at one point in the first half. And then Butler hit some threes. They kind of got back into it. They cut it down to 8 multiple times. But to this team's credit, they didn't fold. They got the stops, or they got the buckets, whatever it needed to be at that point to prevent them from getting any closer and to close this one out on the road. And Butler's not a good team, but we talked about this. These are the games that Creighton has to win to show progress and to feel good about this season.
Absolutely.
Especially after that DePaul loss. It's like, we can't have any more of these. Like, we're too good of a program. These players have learned too much to let these ones slip by. So really good. It was a balanced performance. Buffelli led the way, 15 points, 9 boards, but that was it, 15 points. But you had
15, 13, 11, 9, 8, 9.
Exactly. Total
everybody
team
from 9 to or 8 to 15 basically.
And that's like a lot of time this season we've seen, one person's going off and big point totals. This was one where it's total team effort, and you got Allison Heathcock to that magical 9-point mark, finished with 11. So Creighton's record with her making an impact.
11-1 now, is that right?
I believe so.
I think it's 11-1. Yeah.
So just one to feel good about.
Absolutely.
For Creighton, especially again without Neely Gessert. Hopefully she'll be okay, and they can get her back to close out the season.
Yeah. So just the 2 games left in the regular season for the women. They've got Providence at home a week from today, so they've got a nice little break, and then they will have Xavier on the following Sunday, March 1st at Xavier. So last couple games here to wrap up the regular season.
Yep.
Is that a potential 2-0 stretch?
I believe so. Like, if they play at their best, like we're through the stretch where they can't play with
you can play
teams
with
that you can't play with.
You can't play with UConn.
And even UConn, or Villanova, you like, you'll take our shot. We play with them a little bit
pretty well.
before,
I mean, honestly, but
but ended up being a 10-point loss. So you kind of through those games. Now you feel like
you got a shot against everybody.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
to build some momentum here.
A 2-0 finish here would be huge. They'd finish the regular season above 500. They'd finish the conference season above 500.
It would be huge for where this team started.
Absolutely. I mean, that would be a huge amount of progress, and especially as I would anticipate, they'll have a large amount of retention from the roster as well, just the way that Coach Flan goes about things.
And
that'd be
they're excited about the recruiting class. Maya Moore was there at the senior day game, recognized her on the video board. Our friend Matt Rhule, he is very high on her potential and her future within this program.
There we go. So future very bright here. You'd love to finish out the season strong, maybe make a little bit of noise in the Big East tournament. Obviously, with UConn in the conference, nobody else is winning the tournament. Let's just be real here. Especially this year's UConn team.
Even the men kind of like, it's probably not going to happen, but it's not impossible.
No, but they literally just beat the best team in the league last night. So
there's a UConn men, UConn women, different beasts.
Yeah, we are. Even though it's only the 3rd loss of the year for the UConn men, like there also is the sense of like Greg McDermott to a legitimate degree has Hurley's number.
We didn't talk about that. Yeah, we forgot to we can cycle back here to close this out. First coach to reach 10 wins against Hurley.
He's 10-4.
And I saw it was second place, Derek Kellogg. There was a graphic on the obviously from previously back when Kellogg was the head coach. And, I believe he's.
Is that right?
That's the graphic that I saw that they showed on TV. 8 wins Kellogg had against Hurley.
Wow.
From way back when. So it's fascinating to see how. So 18 wins against Hurley on Creighton's staff. How many wins do? everybody else have.
Is that from the UMass Buffalo days?
I guess so. Like it had to have been from well back, but
yeah, that's unbelievable.
Yeah, I saw Sam Hoopert, I believe it was, put that graphic out because like I don't catch all that stuff during the games because I'm trying to
you're doing other
tweet
stuff.
and look at the stats and
trying
everything during breaks or whatever. And he's like, you just tweet interesting. Like that is interesting. Look at that. But yeah, 10-4 against Hurley.
It's kind of uncanny. Like, I mean, the success that he has against him, like we're at a point where this is no longer a small sample size.
Creighton did something that nobody else has done this season. UConn had only lost once at home way back at the beginning of the season against Arizona without two of their best players, two guys that combined for 40 against Creighton in Braylon Mullins and Terrace Reed.
Yeah.
So two of their three best players, depending on the day. Like, so, and Arizona only won that game by 4. So
yeah, that was
Creighton
71-67 back on November 19th.
Yeah. So for Creighton to go into GAMMEL and win that game, that's right up there with best wins anybody's had all season, considering the circumstances around the game.
Yeah, fully healthy. I mean, they had Reed, they had Ball, they had Mullins, they had Caravan, like they had everybody, and that's like this is no longer a fluky. I don't think it was ever a fluky thing, but like there's no way around it. Like especially, and if you go back to because obviously, I think they went 7 in a row before Hurley beat them at all, but especially if you go back to kind of the ones that they've split, McDermott gets them the second time a lot, which to me is a very good indication of learned, scouted, adjusted, beat him.
Yeah. Yeah. That's total coaching acumen.
Absolutely.
Standpoint. And it should be noted, like obviously you're not a fan of Dan Hurley. There's no secret there, but Greg McDermott did take a moment afterward to like say, hey, for however he looks on the sideline, whatever, he is a great guy. And they held a moment of silence for Kelly Dixon before the game. And that was something that Creighton had planned, but they decided not to do it just because they not sure that Josh would have been able to handle it.
Yeah, there's a lot of emotions
for that first home game after it happened. But UConn reached out to them and asked, like, is this something that Josh would be okay with? And the way Max said, he was kind of lukewarm about the idea, but ended up saying, yeah, go ahead, to honor his mother and to give her that recognition that she deserved. And so that was just something that Greg McDermott wanted to point out after. That's how he started his opening statement, his press conference, just pointing out the class of Hurley and that UConn program to honor Kelly like that.
For sure. Well, even bad dudes can do good things. No, I think I said this, and we can finish here. I think I said this several months ago, but I was like, if you took away coaching basketball from Dan Hurley, he might be the nicest dude in the world. For whatever reason, you insert coaching basketball into the situation, he turns into a complete nut job.
It's wild how that happens, like the switch that flips. Yeah. People can't control themselves when they get in those competitive settings.
Absolutely loses his mind.
I'm sure that's part of what allowed him to get to this point, but it is something like, really, dude, you can't.
Like, we can't reel it in even a little bit. Not even a little bit.
Point to end on, 11 straight years Creighton has won or beat a top 10 team.
Unbelievable.
How many of them have been UConn? You can go back and check.
Several. 17 total top 10 wins for Coach Mack, I believe.
I believe so, yeah.
17. Creighton had 10 its entire existence before that.
There are a lot of stats like that where, Greg has an inordinate amount of Creighton's success throughout its program history.
Far and away the best coach in Creighton history. I don't think there's even a question about that. That's Jacob Padilla. I'm Ravi Lulla. This was Bluejay Breakdown. We'll be back next week, and before you know it, we will be into March, and we'll be hopefully talking about Creighton a little bit into March at least. You know, we'll get the Big East tournament at least. We'll see what happens from there. Who knows?
For the net standings.
Maybe, maybe we'll get a little crown. Who knows? Yeah. Maybe get a little crown action back in the state of Nebraska once again. That's Jacob. I'm Ravi. We will be back next week. DB and I will be back tomorrow morning with Hurrdat Sports Live.